Yeah.
Well, first of all, you need to move up and then to the side. No, the other side. Okay, I'll move over here. Okay. Oh, no, I made myself smaller. Okay, there we go. All right, now I need to figure out. Actually, I think we have to be on my iPad side of things. There. Okay. Yep, that works. And then I just need to zoom in because maybe that's too zoomed in.
Hit F11.
That's fine. This is good. All right, and then I need to change the application audio so that it's for this. Okay. Can you read it ASMR style? You want us to just like whisper it at you? Alrighty. Hem. Hem. Shall I start, Mike, for real?
Wait, are we okay? I'm realizing what's happening now.
What are you realizing?
Nothing. Yeah, we can start.
You're realizing nothing? Okay, let me just move my headphones. Okay, that should work. Alright. We're good? Everything's okay? We're safe?
We are? Are we?
We're safe. This is a safe space. Mike's kind of loud compared to you, Faye. Oh,
I'm a
allow
big
me.
mouth. I'm just a
Um,
loud guy.
I'll turn him down.
I think I'm too big.
Yeah, you're like disproportionate to me. I'm also gonna turn down the music. This will play. Eventually, I'll turn the music off because the music will actually play within the comic. But for now, yeah. Uh, so welcome everybody. Today we're going to read Homestuck. Okay. I don't know if you've ever heard of Homestuck before, but it was a very popular webcomic, running from I believe 2009. I think it was. Yes, 2009 through until I think 2000 and I want to say 17 or 18 was when it ended. Um, but it had a semi-cult following. Um, Semi-cult. uh, you may have heard of the Grey Sharpie Bath incident from a convention many years ago. That meme is actually a direct correlation to the Homestuck community, because some of the characters in this comic have a grey complexion, and many fans who cosplayed, myself included, would have to use grey face paint in order to cosplay these characters successfully. Uh, Anyway, an impressionable teen, was involved in the Homestuck community, thanks to Mod Leo. So if you would like to blame anybody for this horrific uh, turn of events, this horrifying pipeline that has led to this stream, please direct all vitriol to Leo, our moderator, because ultimately it's their fault. And Mike, I see you died there for a second.
I'm coming back.
He's coming back. He's coming back, chat. Everything's gonna be fine. Mike will appear periodically throughout the stream. Uh, Mike, you have no experience with Homestuck, correct?
Other than what you've told me and we've briefly looked at before, no, I watched one YouTube video about it, but I didn't really remember it or catch it. It didn't really like catch on with me, so I don't really
That's
have any experience.
completely fair because it's the kind of nonsensical bullshit that only a dumb teenager would like. And impressionable adults, I suppose. And you are not an impressionable adult. You are a wise being. Anyway, because this has had such a, I don't know, a rippling effect within fandoms, I guess, I thought it would be a horrific little treat for us to go down memory lane and have a read of Homestuck today. Please keep in mind, I know this will not appeal to everybody, because at the end of the day, it is a strange webcomic from the 2010s. So, I'm not expecting everybody to like it. But I want to go down this memory lane and I want to torture Mike with some Homestuck. And I think that is totally cool. Good thing Mike is here. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you very
I'm
much.
gonna scoot this way and go smaller a little bit,
Yeah.
and
Could
then
you
you
could
just
you scoot
make
just a
my
little more?
more. Okay.
Just a little more. All right. I think that'll work. Yeah. I think that'll work. And I don't mind that you're in front of me. That's totally fine. All right. So Mike and I are
Well,
going
my
to.
tail. No, no, no. You go in front. My tail's like all over your
Well,
hole.
okay, but I'm gonna have to switch screens to do that because I have to like open VTube Studios and my
Oh, you're
iPad
doing.
screen
Oh, I
is
see what you're
yeah.
saying. My bad. Okay,
You
got
like
it.
that, yeah. Anyway, the music shouldn't be too loud. All right. Without further ado, let us begin Homestuck, I suppose. I think our goal should be to finish at least Act 1. I think that should be a good goal for the day. Potentially Act 2, depending how far we go through, okay? Anyway, a young man stands in his bedroom. It just so happens that today, the 13th of April 2009, is this young man's birthday. Though it was 13 years ago he was given life, it is only today he will be given a name. What will the name of this young man be? Let us enter his name. Mike, could you read his name for us, please?
Zeus smell poop lord. Try again.
All right.
John Egbert.
Yes, his name is John Egbert. So here's his room. Your name is John. As was previously mentioned, it is your birthday. A number of cakes are scattered about your room. You have a variety of interests. You have a passion for really terrible movies. You like to program computers, but you're not very good at it. You have a fondness for paranormal lore and are an aspiring amateur magician. You also like to play games sometimes. So here's his lovely room. Con Air is one of the posters on the wall. Any other great movies that you can identify for us, Mike?
I love Con Air. First of all, like legitimately.
I see.
Um,
Okay.
Ghostbusters.
No. It's not Ghostbusters. It's Ghostbusters 2.
Ghostbusters 2. My bad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that one
I think
is.
that's Mac and Me.
Deep Impact or Deep something.
Yeah. Anyway, we shall retrieve arms from the drawer. Mike, your turn.
My turn.
Yes.
Your arms are in your magic chest, poop lord.
So we remove the cake from the magic chest. Out of sympathy for John's perceived lack of arms, you pick up the cake for him and put it on his bed. And we quickly retrieve arms from the magic chest. So as you can see here, he has literal arms and he puts them in this. All right, Mike, please read.
You retrieve your fake arms from the chest. You use these for hilarious antics. You captcha log them in your Sylladex. You have no idea what that actually means, though. There are other items in this chest.
We shall examine the contents of said chest. In here, you keep an array of humorous and mystical artifacts, each one a devastating weapon in the hands of a skilled magician or cunning prankster. You are neither of these things. Among the artifacts are 2 fake arms currently captulogued in your Sylladex, 1 pair of trick handcuffs, 1 stunt sword, 1 magician's hat, 1 pair of beagle puss glasses, several smoke pellets, several blood capsules, and 1 copy of Colonel Sassacre's daunting text of magical frivolity and practical jappery, and 1 copy of Harry Anderson's Wise Guy by Mike Kavanagh. Some of this stuff may come in handy at some point. For now, you decide to just take the smoke pellets. So we're going to captcha-log the smoke pellets. Alright, Mike, continue please.
You stow the smoke pellets on one of your captcha log cards in your Sylladex. You still aren't totally sure what that means, but you are starting to get the hang of the vernacular at least. You have 2 empty captcha log cards remaining.
Excellent. We are going to equip the fake arms. You aren't totally sure if equip is a verb copacetic with the abstract behavioral medium in which you dwell, but you give it a try anyway. Unfortunately, you cannot access the fake arms. Their card is underneath the one you just used to captchalogue the smoke pellets. You will have to use the pellets first in order to access the arms, but this is probably unadvisable since you just make your room lousy with smoke. Your Silodex's fetch modus is currently dictated by the logic of a stack data structure. You were never all that great with data structures, and you find the concept puzzling and mildly irritating. But with any hope, perhaps you will advance new, more practical fetch modi for your Silodex with a little more experience. So I'm going to stop here and explain what the fuck a Silodex is, because I think everyone's like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's essentially a inventory system like you would have in a game, except it has a mode to it, and this is a stacking mode. So essentially, when John puts an item in his inventory, that goes to the bottom of the stack, and if he puts any new items in, those items go on top of the existing items, and you cannot access the items that are underneath the one on the top without using the one on the top first, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like he put the arms in, and then he put the smoke pellets in. He cannot use the arms until he's used the smoke pellets. Okay? There. Alright, we are going to examine the Problem Sleuth poster. Mike, please read.
Is it even possible to get any more hard-boiled than that? You really doubt it. This poster was one of your wisest purchases. There is a nice spot on the wall next to it. You've been meaning to hang another poster there soon.
A beautiful poster. And then we read the note. Happy birthday, son. I am so proud of you. This note is rich with the aromas of fatherly aftershaves and colognes. Beside the note is a rolled up poster. We're going to take the poster. Mike?
Another birthday artifact. You wonder what is printed on the poster. You'll need some way to hang it on your wall.
We shall acquire hammer and nails as they will come in handy. You first place the hammer into your Silodex, but now all of your captchalogue cards are full. You wonder what will happen if you try to take the nails. You guess it doesn't hurt to try. Then we take the nails. You captchalogue 4 nails into the top card and push all the artifacts down a card. The fake arms are entirely pushed out of the deck. Oh well, they're probably completely useless anyway, but you probably don't want to do that again unless you want to drop the smoke pellets and suffer the consequences. In any case, you now feel like you have gathered enough things to get down to business and do some really important stuff. The next thing you will do will probably be exceptionally meaningful. I'm not reading that.
Squawk like an imbecile and shit on your deck. This is the dumbest idea you've had in weeks. Stupid, stupid, stupid. And yet the polished surface of your desk, it beckons.
Combine the nails and hammer. You can read this too, baby.
You merge the top 2 cards. The hammer and nails are now captchalogued on the same card and can be used together.
And then we use the hammer and nails on the poster. We use the hammer and nails card in conjunction with the card beneath it. And then, chablam! Return.
You use the hammer, nails, and poster on the blank space on the wall. It's glorious, exactly what you wanted. The old man really came through this time.
Anybody seen Little Monsters? Have you seen it, Mike?
No.
Yeah.
Have you?
No. Now we will examine the Con Air poster. Mike, please take it away.
Put the bunny back in the box. I said put the bunny back in the box. Why couldn't you put the bunny back in the box?
We shall examine the Deep Impact poster.
Oh, it was Deep Impact.
Yeah, please, take it away.
Morgan Freeman's genteel, homespun mannerisms were perfect qualities for a president residing over a crisis. Oceans rise, cities fall, hope survives. Wow. Films about impending apocalypse fascinate you. Plus, a black president? Now you've seen everything.
Examine the calendar. You've marked your birthday the 13th of April. Another day you marked was supposed to be the arrival date for the highly touted Suburb beta launch. It's been 3 days already. It's starting to become a sore subject with you. We shall eat cake. Or not, Mike.
You are sick to death of cake. You've been eating it all day and have no intention of clogging your Sylladex with it either. The cake stays put for now. You hear a notice from your computer. Someone is messaging you.
We shall examine our incoming message. You pull up to your computer. This is where you spend most of your time. You decorated your desktop with some rather handsome wallpaper, which you made yourself. You are really proud of it. Your desktop is also littered with various programming project files. You are so bad at programming sometimes, you wonder why you even bother with it. Your Pester Chum application is flashing. Someone is trying to get in touch with you. Let's open Pester Chum. One of your chums is logged in and he sent you a message. Alright. Okay, Mike.
My red or blue?
Ooh. Who would you rather be?
Blue.
Okay. Hey, so what sort of insane loot did you rake in today?
I got a Little Monsters poster. It's so awesome. I'm going to watch it again today. The apple juice scene was so funny.
Oh hell, that is such a coincidence. I just found an unopened container of apple juice in my closet. It's like fucking Christmas up in here.
Okay, that's fine, but I just have one question and then a word of caution. Have you ever seen a movie called Little Monsters starring Howie Mandel and Fred Savage?
But the seal on the bottle is unbroken. Are you suggesting someone put piss in my apple juice at the factory?
All I'm saying is, don't you think Monster Howie Mandel has the power to do something as simple as reseal a bottle? Try using your brain, numbnuts.
Why did the fat kid or whoever drank it know what piss tasted like? I mean, his reaction was nigh instantaneous.
It was the 15th day in a row Howie Mandel peed in his juice.
Okay, I can accept that. Monster B-list celebrity douchebags are cunning and persistent pranksters. Also, Fred Savage has a really punchable face. But who cares about this? Let's stop talking about it. Did you get the beta yet? Oh, wait, 1 second. Namaka Ringo, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. Welcome, welcome. Are you a Homestuck fan? Okay, Mike, you can continue.
Man, I got 2 copies. Oh no, wait, sorry. No, did you?
Blue. Man, I got 2 copies already, but I don't care. I'm not gonna play it or anything. The game sounds boring. Did you see how I got slammed in Game Bro?
Game Bro is a joke and we both know it.
Yeah, why don't you go check your mail? Maybe it's there now.
Alright.
We're gonna look out the window. Mike.
You see the view of your yard from your window. Hanging from the tree is your tire swing. In a kid's yard, a tree without a tire swing is like a proper gentleman without a monocle. That is to say, he can hardly be considered a terribly proper gentleman at all. And there, beside your driveway, is the mailbox.
We examine it. The little red arm swingy dealy thing or whatever it is called is flipped up. What the hell is that thing called anyway? You do not have time for these semantics. The red flippy lever thing means you have new mail, and that means the beta might be here. Let's go outside and check. Sup? Hi, Alistair. How you going?
You are about to hurry down the stairs when you hear a car pull into the driveway. It looks like your dad has returned from the grocery store. Oh great, he's beating you to the mail.
Forget it. Let's check the mail later. If you go downstairs to go get it, he will likely monopolize hours of your time. You decide to chill out up here for a while until the dust settles. Sometimes you feel like you're trapped in this room, stuck if you will, in a sense which possibly borders on the titular. And now your chum is pestering you again. The clockwork of friendships turns ceaselessly, operating the swing lever dealies of harassment in perpetuity. Whatever, the dude can just hold his damn horses. We shall examine the games on the CD rack. You've put countless man-hours into this assortment of quality titles. Oh, look, Mike. Maybe we can
cool.
listen to some of these.
You can mouse over? Oh.
Oh, we can.
Oh, wow, that's neat. They're
There's
like
a Bard
links.
quest. The Caper Heavens. We've got Problem Sleuth. That's a comic that he made. It Don't Stop. We got this shit. Oh, Jailbreak, of course. I'm gonna keep this going then. Okay, interesting. Barry Anderson's Call My Bluff. the little monsters. Is that a game? That is original Nintendo seal of quality Little Monsters the game? Incredible. Look, Mike,
Oh,
the
an MMO for
Ghostbusters
Ghostbusters
2
2.
MMORPG.
Wow.
That's so great. Read Colonel Sassaker's daunting text. You decide to consult with the Colonel's bottomless wisdom. Good grief, this thing is huge. It could kill a cat if you dropped it. But to really dig into this hefty book, you will have to capture log it. You're not sure you are ready to log jam your other artifacts beneath it just yet. We shall capture log the fake arms again. Mike.
What did you just say? You don't want to clog up your... Oh, Jesus. In a momentary lapse of concentration, you accidentally capture log the arms again.
We shall set the pester chum status to bully. Can you please read this?
You don't think the situation is quite dire enough to go all the way to rancorous, but you still feel the pester chum client should reflect your mood change in some way. Bully will have to do you guess. This unsurprisingly is nothing whatsoever. Oh right, you forgot your chum is still pestering you.
Let's answer him. Is it there? Please say yes. Maybe you can play with TT. She's been pestering me all day about it. She's macking on me so hard all the time. I start to feel embarrassed for her. I mean, not that I can blame her or anything.
Yes, it is understandable because you are really attractive. I am attracted to you.
Thank you.
JK, haha. No, I don't have it yet. My dad has the mail, and I guess I have to go get it from him and see if it's there. And I've been busy spending all afternoon shitting around with my stupid Silodex. It's so frustrating.
What's your modus?
What?
How do you retrieve artifacts from it?
Oh, like one at a time, I guess? And if I put too much in, something falls out.
Stack?
What's yours?
Hash map. My bird told me a few tricks. He basically knows everything and is awesome.
What the hell is that?
You should probably brush up on your data structure.
I guess.
Did you at least allocate your Strife Specibus?
No.
It could free up a card for you, plus let you attack stuff whenever things get too hot to handle, which is never. What have you got?
Well, I've got a hammer, but it's trapped under some arms.
Wow, you really suck at this, don't you? Just get rid of the arms and then allocate the hammer to the Specibus.
How?
I don't know, just use the arms on any old thing and see if it works.
You stick the fake arms in the cake on your bed. This definitely makes the cake at least 300% more hilarious. You're sure Colonel Sassaker would know the precise index of elevated hilarity.
We shall allocate the hammer to our Strife Specibus. So this essentially is like having a weapon card that's like separate from the rest of the stack. You check the back of your Strife Specibus for the kind Abstratus, so that's like the type of weapon you have in mind for it. And he selects the hammer. Your Strife Specibus has been allocated with the hammer kind Abstratus. The hammer has been moved from your Catchalog deck to your Strife deck. Now we shall report progress to Turn Tech God.
Okay, I did it.
Hammer kind?
Yeah.
Okay, that will be the permanent allocation for your Specibus. I guess I should have mentioned that. Hope you like hammers, dude.
Yeah, that's fine, I guess. I can't imagine it's going to be all that relevant.
We shall capture Colonel's big book. Now that you've got some space in your Silodex to work with, you figure you might as well start squandering it immediately. Ordinarily, this ridiculous book would be way too heavy to carry around in any practical way. You guess maybe this is one respect in which the cards present some convenience. Let's examine our Game Brew magazine, Mike. Why the Game of the Year or whatever isn't as good as some other stuff I like that's better. Let's read the article. Alright, Mike, get it. Go get it. Read the whole article.
Oh my god. So there was this game that a lot of cats seem hella pumped of, and this beta is sitting on my desk for review, so I'm like, yeah, man, I'll write something. But I don't know, I'm like, so this is about houses or some noise? That's fine. I'm sure that's like fucking dynamite in a handbag for some brosifs. But all I'm saying is, when do you get to thrash anything? While you're playing house or some shit, are you ever in jeopardy of getting mud on your doll's dress or whatever from the bursting out, and I quote, the mad stunts, all wicked uppins? Know what I'm saying, bro yo ma? I didn't actually play this game, but I gave it 1.5 hats out of 5 hats to keep it real. At this point, I'd like to give a shout out to my boy Dennis, who was over the other day. We were going to chill in front of the Dark Knight, and he was so psyched of it, y'all. So this one time, he was leaning against the screen door, and that shit popped open. And the back deck was wet, and he slipped down the steps and broke his thumb on the lawn. It wasn't a long fall, but hey, I guess a thumb bone wasn't made for supporting the brunt of a huge useless tool against wet grass. We never did watch Dark Knight on account of Ron trucking his ball and candy ass girth to the hospital, but it's cool. I still got another watch. I still got another watch of me, Brotel Rwanda. Dennis was
Brr.
so wasted. Haha.
Wow, that was such a good review. Let's capture log that. It might come in handy if you ever need something that burns easily. Excellent. Let's capture log the magician's hat. You expend your final card on the magician's hat. Let's get the funny glasses too. You don't have a free card in your Solidex. However, you are able to merge the Beagle Plus with the magician's hat to create a clever disguise. Let's click on this link and see where it takes us. Oh, wow. Isn't that cool, guys? It's all Homestuck. Let's wear this disguise to fool Dad, Mike. Wait a minute. What did you do? You went ahead of me. You went in front of me.
Oh, whoops, my bad.
No, it's okay. I just have to correct it. Because your tail covers my mouth. Alrighty. Take it away, Mike, for real.
John? Who is this John you speak of? You're quite certain that there has never been, nor ever will be. Yeah, this is really shitty disguise. While you are wearing the items, they remain on the card, but it is temporarily removed from the deck, thus freeing up the cards beneath it.
Let's leave the room. Again, Mike.
You exit into the hallway. On one of the walls hangs a picture of a fella who sure knows how to have a laugh, a man after your own heart. You always thought he looked a lot like Michael Cera, but your dad swears on the many hallowed tombs of Egypt that it is not. You're not sure about that, though. On the other wall is one of your dad's stupid clowns, or harlequins, as he's quick to correct anyone who would venture such a brazen assumption.
Is it Michael Cera?
I don't know. Is it?
Is it? I don't know
I don't
either.
think so.
Is it Michael?
Doesn't look like it.
Don't look like it, no. Look at all these clowns. Fucking horrifying. The accursed odor of fresh baking wafts into your newfound nostrils. Something is brewing in the kitchen. It must be the connivings of your arch nemesis, Betty Crocker, and the rich, buttery aroma of her plots stinks to high heaven. This mission is going to be more difficult than you imagined. Let's admire the harlequins, baby. Take it away.
Check out the shelves of fanciful harlequins. Look at this fucking garbage. You hate this stuff. Funny is funny, but your dad sure can be a real cornball. Sometimes at night you pray for burglars.
Look at them. They're beautiful. They're horrifying. A bright orange flame flickers in the fireplace. It doesn't matter that it's April and not terribly chilly outside. In a home, a fireplace needs a fire because that's what a fireplace is for. A fire belongs in a fireplace, damn it. Categorically at all times, without exception, as a domestic myth of unaccountable origin holds, a home borrows the spirit of the flame for as long as it makes a guest of it, much as the moon takes liberty with the sun's rays. The moon's an arrant thief, and her pale fire she snatches from the sun. Mark Twain. You are almost certain that Mark Twain said that. Let's toss Game Bro into the fire. R.I.P. Brr. Mikey?
It doesn't burn as quickly as you hoped. Game Bro magazine is guaranteed to be printed on 40% recycled asbestos for big ups to Mother Earth, yo.
Let's fondly regard the cremation. You examined the sacred urn containing your departed Nana's ashes. When your father gives her portrait a wistful glance now and then, you can tell it brings back painful memories. A tall bookshelf, a ladder, an unabridged Colonel Sassacre's. He never wants to talk about it. You clumsily mishandle the sacred urn. Ash is everywhere. In retrospect, upon mulling cinematic tropes regarding ash-filled urns, this outcome was a virtual certainty. You'd better clean it up before Dad finds it. Let's combine Father's pipe with a clever disguise. You think
You
now would
think
be a
now
good...
would be...
Oh, sorry, baby, you go.
Sorry. You think now would be a good time to beef up your clever disguise?
Excellent.
You can do anything if you put your mind to it. I believe in you. Contemplating what could be inside this package is sort of exciting, but it makes you a little nervous at the same time.
Let's open such a large present.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell no.
First, you pop the Harlequin doll up on the couch, having it in the middle of the floor sprawled out all akimbo like that struck you as unseemly. You capsulog the ashes to your available card.
Excellent. Let's combine the ashes with the urn. You merge the sacred urn with the ashes. Most of the ash is back in the urn, but it's a total mess. Really, it probably would have been tidier if you just used a broom and a dustpan. No one will be the wiser, except maybe for people with eyes. Let's go get our fake arms again. Let's go.
You just got another brilliant idea for something to do with those pointless arms. You pry them out of the cake and capsulog them. Looks like Pester Chum is acting up again.
Let's examine the third and fourth walls of the room. Oh my god, babe, any great movies that you recognize here?
Failure to launch. I don't know
Failure
what
to
the big
Launch.
one behind it is.
I can't believe Failure to
Time
Launch is considered a bad movie.
Time to Kill. Ghost Dad.
What about
With Bill
Face Off?
Cosby. Yeah, and Armageddon.
Yeah. Let's check Pester Chum. It's Tentacle Therapist. Another one of your chums is messaging you. Alrighty. I will be Purple. I understand you have reluctantly come into possession of the beta release of the Game of the Year, as featured in respectable periodicals such as Game Bro magazine.
That's an ugly rumor. Whoever told you that is a filthy liar, and you should probably stop hitting on him all the time or whatever.
I can't control myself. I must have a weakness for insufferable pricks.
Anyway, I still haven't checked the mail. My dad has it. I'm trying to get it from him, so BRB.
John,
What?
you're wearing one of your disguises now, aren't you? You're typing to me right now while wearing something ridiculous.
No, why would you even think that? That's so stupid.
Okay, why don't you go get the game from your father?
Alright, wish me luck. Oh, by the way, JK, I was wearing a funny disguise this whole time. Gotcha. Haha.
I know, John.
Hehe.
Hehehe. You can now execute that brilliant idea you had. There should be enough frosting on the fake arms to serve as an adequate adhesive. Let's attach the arms to the doll. Hehe. You don't care what Colonel Sassacre says. That makes it at least 1,000,000% funnier. Let's inspect some burnt paper on the floor, Mike.
Okay.
Oh my god, Broblerarn. Hell yeah.
Shredding.
You put this back in the
this...
fire where it belongs.
As long as you're cleaning up.
Yeah. Mike's turn.
You can carry hefty items, but that thing that is just way too big. Get real. Besides, you don't even want it.
Let's read Colonel Sassacre's text. Alright, I'll read this one because it looks tiny on your end.
It is kind of tiny.
Hell's bells, we are having a mighty sporting time of it. Hold fast, my intrepid fellow pranksmiths. We've nearly nicked the mahogany of our japing chests. If I may direct the incisive ogle of your beagle pus to the wriggling regency of rubber bugs, plastic parasites, squirming serpents, pliable pests, and every such order in Fills of creepy crawly. Land snakes alive, we are cooking with petrol now. In further exhibits, we shall dwell on artifice useful to your exploits. Is your pappy's rod and reel handy? What about a bit of iron cord? It shouldn't prove elusive. Bring these writhing rascals to life and set the nerves of some old maid to the wreck of Hesperus. Do you have a bothersome aunt who never seems troubled to find ways with your sunny afternoons? A broad splintery fence? A bucket of whitewash, perhaps? By gum, you'll fix her wagon. And what of that tawny gent who puts his lackadaisical lean near the sarsaparilla font? You'll have that listless octoroon find the spring in his step just yet. Alright, you can read this part.
You thought about consulting the text to determine exactly how hilarious the doll is now, but this text is way too big to navigate in a timely fashion. You decide to forget it.
Let's find Dad and retrieve the mail. Your turn.
The door on the left leads to the kitchen, from which the smell of baking wafts, a powerful aroma which could lift an especially portly hobo off his feet. The door on the right leads to the study, where your dad spends a lot of time. He could be in either room. Where will you go?
Let's go in the study. It doesn't look like he's in here right now, but let us examine his desk nonetheless. Your turn.
On the desk is a deck of playing cards, one of your dad's pipes, the April issue of the Serious Jester magazine, and a stray capsulog card. There is also a can of peanuts on the desk. Haha, oh dad, you won't be falling for that one again anytime soon. A severe peanut allergy is a terrible affliction to cope with.
Let us upgrade our costume with a hat from the hat rack. You swap the magician's hat with the bowler hat. This disguise is somewhat less funny and a lot more distinguished looking. Let's combine the second pipe with a clever disguise. Your turn?
Your dad maintains numerous pipes around the household. A father without a pipe is like a strapping roughneck without a toothpick. That is to say, he is a rather piss-poor excuse for a roughneck if you ask me. You'd rather not take the pipe though. The first one tastes bad enough as it is. How you suffer for your comedy.
Let us examine this capsulog card. Yes,
I
this
have
will
questions.
be... Yes, absolutely. Please, ask
So
away.
did this guy write stuff before this?
Yes, so the ones that I clicked on that led to other comics, those were previously written before this one. I think Jailbreak in particular.
Have you read those?
I've read Jailbreak. I have not read
Does his
the other ones.
comedy or references or writing style come from prior shit, or is this just like he's just throwing this at us? Like, is this out of nowhere, or does this have like some sort of precedent before this?
No, it's all rather random.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, there are references to the previous comics throughout this comic, but for the most part, like, it's all pretty, yeah. Actually, one of the comics that he did previously, all of the characters do show up again in this comic, as far as I'm aware.
Okay.
But yeah, for the most part, though, this is a separate thing on its own. And yeah, the randomness of it is, like, I guess it's part of the charm of it in a way, I guess. Like, the thing is Act 1 is rather boring. It's when you start getting to the later acts that it actually gets more interesting. Anyway, oh, here we go.
Just like Final Fantasy, right?
Yeah, just like Final Fantasy. We seem to, yeah. Let's play a haunting piano refrain. Anyway, back to this. You play the prankster. What?
Nothing.
What's up?
I was gonna start reading, that's all.
You read it then.
You play the prankster's favorite card game, even though you are alone in the room, thus rendering an especially foolish version of solitaire. So stupid. Look at this mess. Peanut Gallery over there is just getting a kick out of it. You are allergic to their scorn.
Beautiful. Oh wait, look, it's the Joker.
Uh-huh.
Because he, in himself, he's a clown, so I guess it works. Let's attempt to leave the house. You go back into the living room and contemplate checking the mailbox outside. You think perhaps you should exhaust all possibilities before plunging headlong into a dad encounter. Your television is currently airing a commercial. Let's exit.
You
Mike?
exit the house.
Yeah, good job. Predictably, the mailbox is empty. You've already been scooped by your father. Bonk. S. Wow, look at that neighborhood. What?
Just, I don't know.
You're admiring it? Look, a title screen!
No, wow, we just started.
Yeah, so when this plays, it means that you can replay it, so it means the thing's over.
Okay.
Take it away, Mikey.
The streets are empty. Wind skims the voids, keeping neighbors apart as if grazing the hollow of a cut reed or, say, a plundered mailbox. Familiar note is produced. It's the one desolation plays to keep its instrument in tune. It's your 13th birthday, and as with all 12 preceding it, something feels missing from your life. The game presently eluding you is only the latest sleight of hand in the repertoire of an unseen riddler, one to engender a sense of not a sense not of mirth, but of lack. His coarse schemes are those less of a prankster than a common pickpocket. His riddle is absence itself. It is a mystery dispersing altogether, like the moon's faint reflection, with even one pebble of inquiry dropped into its black well. It is the most diabolical riddle of all. Absence diminishes little passions and increases great ones, as wind extinguishes candles and fans of fire. Walt Whitman. Yes, you are certain Walt Whitman said that. 100% positive. You have a feeling it's going to be a long day.
Mike's feeling that right now.
It's going to be a long stream.
I'm sorry. Yeah, so this kind of writing style, using a lot of, I guess, complicated language, is very
Yes,
indicative of the Homestuck
it's
style. It's
difficult to read,
yes, you're really using your brain, huh?
unfortunately.
All right, let's leave a surprise for the mailman. No,
No.
no shitting in the mailbox. See if your father left the mail in the car. Oh, Mike.
The door is locked and your dad has the car keys. You peer in through the driver's side window. You don't see any mail, but you do see a green package. There is also something underneath it that looks like a slip of paper. Could these items have come in the mail? You don't see anything else that's usually in the mail, like bills and coupons. Maybe your dad forgot to take this stuff inside.
Look at that green box, my goodness. Let's spy in the kitchen. You try to get a gander through the kitchen window, but you can't see a whole lot. It seems your dad has been doing so much baking the glass is seamed up. God, he is so weird. But you can see what's on the table just beside the window. It looks like the mail is there. Included among it is a red package, some bills, and your dad's PDA, and an envelope that appears to be suspiciously labeled with the suburb logo. Could it be? Unfortunately, the window is locked. Let's go back into the kitchen. Mike.
You have no other choice. You're going in. Clever disguise. It's time to work your magic.
Let's do this. Oh my god. Look at him. Ah! Immediate identification. Your dad sees right through your costume. You don't know what you were even thinking with this foolish ruse. You unequip the clever disguise. Your dad wields a dreaded artifact of confection. He stands between you and the mail. There is only one way to settle this. Wop, wop, wah. Alright, you ready, baby? What are we doing? Abjuring or grieving?
The blue one. Is this real?
Yeah, you click it. Oh, I should apologize. Anybody who cannot deal with flashes or anything like that, please leave.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna close my eyes too, because it does actually. Alright. Let's move on. You retrieve the package and flee to your room. You cannot abscond. This pesky guardian is blocking your path. You will need to engineer some sort of distraction. And now he brandishes yet another artifact of confection. This man is ruthless. You'd better brace for impact in the most comedically striking fashion possible.
Okay, I have more questions.
Yes.
So you are what, like 15?
Yes.
And you find this on a web page from Leo's recommendation.
I am,
start
yes.
on page 1, and 15-year-old you is motivated to go through this? Like, did Leo have to be like, no, it's worth it, trust me? Or
Leo had to be like, no, it's worth it, trust me.
Okay, because I'm sure you got to like page 4 and you were like, this is stupid.
Yes,
right?
I did.
Okay.
Absolutely. And Leo was like, no, trust, it's gonna get good. And I was like, okay, fine. And as with all things, Leo is correct, and it does actually get kind of good.
Okay.
It gets more interesting, so yeah. The Beagle Aegis absorbs the brunt of the treat. Looks like Dad will enjoy the prankster's gambit on that exchange, as is usually the case. Look at that prankster's gambit meter. Oh, goodness gracious. He got Beagle, what's it called? Beagle Aegis. Let's capture that pie tin. Your turn, baby.
You take the pie tin and unequip the Beagle Puss. Everything in your Silodex is pushed back a card. The smoke pellets are ejected from the desk. Yes, this could be just the distraction you were...
Nothing happens. What a huge letdown. The smoke pellets disappoint. When two great forces oppose each other, the victory will go to the one that knows how to yield. Oscar Wilde. Wise words by a man who likely could resist everything but temptation. The cake forces Colonel Sassacre's text out of your Silodex. Bam! Sassacre, you beautiful bastard! Now's your chance! You go, Mike.
Now that Dad is busy placating the smoke detector, you can safely sneak away.
Let's take the PDA. You snag your dad's PDA. Maybe later you'll switch the background image to something hilarious as a prank. Besides, it may come in handy later. Your spare Captchalogue card is forced out of your Silodex and consequently integrated with the deck. You now have 5 cards to work with. Let's take the package. Ready, Mike?
This red package is addressed to you.
Let's take the envelope. You got the suburb beta. Exit the kitchen. Let's get cake on the couch. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You capture the cake on the couch,
sorry, you there.
expelling the pie tin from the bottom card.
Nice. Let's combine the cakes to make a double-decker cake. You merge the 2 cakes across all 5 cards. Everything in your Silodex is smashed between the cakes. Why don't you think these things through first? Let's retreat upstairs.
Pause. Is this made in Microsoft Paint?
Yes, it's why it was... So the
Okay.
original website was called MS Paint Adventures.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting, the animations as well. Anyway, you pause at the juncture and head down the hall. You're going to need something to clean up the mess you're about to make by dissecting this cake. To the left, there's the bathroom. To the right, there is your dad's room. It is locked, and you're forbidden from ever entering. He has secrets.
Let's go to the bathroom and grab a towel. You enter the bathroom. You can see your backyard from the window. The jewel in its crown is the swing set, which has provided you with years of joy. There's also a spring-mounted pogo ride, which has been responsible for more than one painful injury, and has provided you with years of lament. On the sink is your dad's razor, and on the rack to the side is a fresh towel. Let's remove the PDA, envelope, and package from the cake. Mikey?
Take the razor and use it to perform surgery on the cake. You take the towel and clean off the extracted goods.
Let's retrieve our items.
The items force the manhandled cake into the toilet, and just like that, your Siladex is full again. God, this thing is annoying.
Let's go to our bedroom. Let's admire our failure to launch poster. Oh, look at that beautiful thing. You're not usually into chick flicks, but Matthew McConaughey's cool charisma could savage any heap of smoldering wreckage. This is your McConaughey wall, a casual shrine to an amazing actor. This film above that one is a lot better, you think. Can you see her? I want you to picture that little girl. Now imagine she's white. You got us, Matthew. Your smooth talking exposed our latent racism. Damn, you are good. Let's check Pester Charm. Oh man, that sound is so familiar. Wow. Alright, you ready?
Yeah.
Hi, happy birthday, John. Hello. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Hey, Gigi is looking for you. Why are you even so popular all of a sudden? Is today some sort of special occasion or something? Did you do something to curry favor with ladies? Did you break your leg on a puppy or some shit? Dude, what are you doing?
I discovered a comet that is going to destroy the Earth, and it was named after me. Now I am famous and everyone wants to talk to me a lot.
No, stop. Just, no. Don't talk about your awful, stupid movies or make reference to them. Your gross man-bro crush on Matt McConaughey is an unsavory thing to behold.
McConaughey.
Sounds like a noise a horse would make, i.e. dumb. Equally dumb are all those pictures of that clown you've got hanging up.
Those are my dad's.
I was talking about Nick Cage.
What? No, man. Cage is sweet. So sweet.
So lame. You don't even like him ironically or anything. This is like for real, isn't it? Ha ha ha.
I do things ironically sometimes. What about that? What about what I sent you for your birthday?
No, those are awesome.
What? No, they're stupid, which is the joke. The ironic joke. Get it? Wait, you're actually wearing them, aren't you?
I'm wearing them ironically because they're awesome. The fact that they're ironic makes them awesome, and vice versa. Are you taking notes on how to be cool? Jesus, get a fucking pen.
You do realize they touched Stiller's weird, sort of gaunt face at some point?
Ew, yeah. Oh well. Speaking of which, did you get the mail?
Yeah.
Did there happen to be a big, did there happen to be a package there?
Yeah, there's a big red one.
You should probably open it.
I would, but it's trapped under the suburb beta, so I will probably open it after I install the beta.
Oh man, the beta came?
Yeah, wanna play it?
No way.
Why not?
It sounds so hells of boring just to get TT to play it. She's all about that.
Where'd she go?
Her internet is blinking in and out, I guess. Probably be back online soon. Oh, and Christ in a sidecar. Are you still using the stack modus? Serious, dude? You need to bone up on your data structures. That shit is just ridiculous.
Okay, I will.
Open browser and go to mspaintadventures.com. You decide to space out on the computer for a while before doing anything important. Opening the Typeus web browser and open the Typeus browser and direct it to what is indisputably the most amazing website ever created. Hell yeah, it's the Midnight Crew. The new adventure's okay, but you're not sure if you like it as much as the last one. Let's install the beta. Your turn.
You decide it's time for less meta and more beta. You insert the CD and install the suburb beta.
Let's go! What the fuck is this? Let's burn up on some data structures, babe.
You go to your closet where you keep a lot of clothes and an array of handy computer programming guides.
Let's read our data structures book. Charter structures for assholes. Your ignorance just made me throw up a little. Get a clue, you computer illiterate piece of shit. You go.
Um, you're not sure you really want to dig into this huge tome. It looks really boring and kind of ornery. Maybe you'll just check out that free modus instead.
Let's get the free fetch modus. You turn to the back inside cover where a free fetch modus is included in a plastic sleeve. This one is dictated by a logic of a queue data structure operating on a first in, first out method rather than a first in, last out method of a stack. Apply the fetch modus to the Sylladex. So I think first in, first out.
Mm-hmm.
First in, last out. Oh, okay, so whatever you put in first comes out first. Okay, got it. Items captured in your Sylladex are no longer immediately accessible. You can only use the item on the bottom card and must wait for items on upper cards to be pushed back to it. For instance, the red package is now inaccessible. You can only use the razor at the moment. This modus doesn't strike you as a significant upgrade to your previous one. In fact, it almost seems more inconvenient. You figure you might as well give it a chance, though. Let's switch back to the stack modus. You suddenly wonder if this is even possible. You don't even remember if you ever had a physical card for the stack modus. You find this all to be a little abstract, and you prefer not to think about it too much. Let's put down the razor.
Put it down? You're not quite sure you understand.
Let's pick up 2 items.
He had an arm in that.
Yeah.
You capsuled one of the cakes. You finally found a use for all these loitering pastries. Dead weight.
Yeah. Get other cake. Oh no. The second cake causes the razor to launch out the front of your Sylladex. Oh good lord, that beautiful face! You wish the razor would have failed to launch. Let's get more stuff. Off you go, Mike.
You open your magic chest and capsulog one of your favorite books of all time, Wise Guy by Mike Caverny. There goes the fresh towel.
Might as well grab those cuffs. You take the trick handcuffs, expelling the PDA like a bullet. Oh god damn it. Let's open the package. Up you go, Mike.
You examine the package. It is from one of your internet chums. It's bound in packaging. It's bound in packing tape, though. You'll need something sharp to open it. Ah, of course, the razor. It's all so simple. You wonder why you didn't.
Let's get the razor. Ow. And pick up the package again. Let's take this from the top. You take... Oh, you go.
You take 3 glass shards in quick succession and duck for cover. Your Sylladex rains devastation in your room from above. And now that your cards are packed with glass, you probably don't want to do that again anytime soon.
Absolutely not. Mike,
You should
like
probably
it?
go get that stuff before you forget.
Let's use the razor on the red package. Oh.
You open the package, there's something suspicious inside. Something suspiciously dirty and smelly.
There you go, Mike.
It's a stuffed bunny, much like the one held hostage briefly by Malkovich's Cyrus the Virus. Well, taunting hard luck protagonist Cameron Poe, and strikingly similar to the one scooped up from the spot of a burning Vegas stripped by Cage's foe and offered to his daughter. A gesture a gesture symbolic of a tattered exterior surrounding a heart of gold. Poe wasn't much to look at, but he was a good man. But no, it is not merely like that bunny. According to the note of authenticity, it is the very same bunny. This is so awesome.
Oh my god, he has the bunny! Let's check the suburb beta status. It looks like your computer's trying to get your attention.
We
Let's
could
check.
watch Con Air.
I,
Just
why would we
throwing that
watch
out
Con
there.
Air?
It's a good movie.
I've seen it. I don't need to see it again.
Okay.
Alright, let's go. It looks like you managed to retrieve the beta. Excellent. I'm going to try to connect.
Whoa, okay, but I just got the most awesome present.
The rabbit.
So sweet.
Hi, Daijin TV. Welcome, welcome. How are you today? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're reading Homestuck. I've heard tales of this wretched creature often. Its Homeric legend is practically ensconced in the fold of my personal mythology by now.
Haha, what?
Why don't we focus on the matter at hand?
Oh, the game. Okay. I don't really know how this works. What am I even looking at here?
You are running the client application, I'm running the server, so I'm the host user. I've established a connection with you. This is sufficient for us to play the game.
Oh, okay then.
Why don't we get started? Let's press enter. Oh, you ready? Oh
I'm
my god.
ready.
What? Patterns and shit. Cool. Ooh, look. Let's mouse over the interface buttons. We gotta select. We've got to revise. We've got to deploy. A Fernalia registry. Grist cache. Exploring the Athenaeum. Alchemy excursus. Cool stuff. Look at all these options.
That's so cool.
Let's select this magic chest. Oh my gosh. Let's zoom out. Actually, yeah, let's turn
Meow.
that off. Alrighty, ready?
Whoa, what are you doing?
Sorry, I'm just getting a feel for the controls.
Is my magic chest on the roof now?
Yes,
Sad face.
I will try to be more careful next time. Let's get the card. Off you go.
You find your missing stack fetch modus and quickly reapply it to your Sylladex. You can now opt for either the stacked or queue modus anytime. You toggle between your fetch modi with gleeful abandon.
Oh ho ho. You go.
It looks like your dad is leaving again for more baking supplies. You're relieved to have the house to yourself again, if only for a few minutes. You just hope he doesn't notice the magic chest on the roof, or all the shit you threw out the window for that matter.
Let's select stuff in the yard and move it back into the room. Oh,
Hey, do you think you could do me a favor? Can you grab all that stuff outside my broken window and bring it in for me?
I'll give it a shot.
Thanks.
No luck. It appears to be out of range. I'm guessing it is too far away from you, the player.
Very sad face.
So sad. Let's select John. You cannot select a player. John abjures the meddlesome cursor. Let's select the bunny. And put the bunny back in the box. Nice. Let
Hmm.
us revise the room. Oh shit. And open our Fernalia registry. We have a Cruxtruder, a Totem Lathe, and an Alchemiter. Don't worry, none of these will be relevant to the plot.
Oh, okay.
I'm kidding, it is actually. Examine the Totem
Oh,
Lathe.
good. You don't know what the heck this thing does, but it looks neat.
Let's open the grist cache. It seems expanding the dimensions of your room cost us some build grist, but deploying the lathe did not appear to incur any expense. It looks like certain objects are freebies, probably to help you set up the game.
Wow, okay. What do they do?
I think it's up to you to find out. All I can do is drop stuff in your house and move it around, apparently.
How do I move stuff around? It sounds fun.
I don't think you can as the client. You'll need to install the server application. You should have received both in separate envelopes. I'm running both on my computer right now.
What?
Did you get another envelope in the mail?
No?
Once you install the server and establish a connection, I'm sure you'll be able to manipulate my environment in the same manner. Are you sure you didn't get it?
Oh man, I think I might know where it is.
Now that your room is bigger, why don't you move to the far corner? It will extend the range of the cursor and I can reach the items, which you threw out the window for some reason.
Good idea.
What have you been doing in here all afternoon anyway?
Ugh. I was fussing with my retarded Silodex, but I think I have it under control now. What modus do you use?
I like to use trees.
Oh no. That sounds so awkward.
It's not exceptionally practical, but I think they're elegant. I'm gonna put the music back on. I don't care if it's the cats. Alright, let us deploy the Cruxtruder. And deploy the Alchemiter. Alright.
Another question.
Yes,
So,
my love.
what was the release like for this? Like we're on page 157. Like what was this like when it was like coming out? Like was
It
this
kind
like
of,
one page a day or like
yeah, it kind of depended. It was usually, I think it was, like, from memory, it was typically one page a day, but eventually it started to go on, like, hiatus for bits at a time,
Mhm.
and then he would release, like, a couple of pages at a time, or then he would release, like, the one page a day again thing. So it would, like, kind of depend.
So when you first started reading it, there was some catching up to do, but then eventually you were reading it like concurrently with everybody else, or
Yeah, I think Act 5 was where I caught up. Or
okay.
maybe like towards the end of Act 4. I can't really remember exactly. But yeah,
Hmm.
I was quite behind though, so I did have to catch up a bit.
Okay.
Hmm.
Why is the floor shaking? Are you dropping more stuff in my house?
Yes, two more large gizmos.
Sweet. What is with all these big contraptions?
If I had to guess, they appear to facilitate a sort of system involving punch card based alchemy.
Huh? To what end? I mean, what are we supposed to be doing in this game?
That remains to be seen. Maybe you should go investigate. Let's get the PDA. The following matters have been submitted in a frank and forthright manner for Pipe Fan 413's judicious appraisal. Decided to return home for fresh tie. Soiled tie will be laundered immediately upon return. Use ballpoint pen to roll up the tip of cloth. Extract pen, press rolled cloth. Yeah, it's just a bunch of serious business. You go, Mikey.
Gra- You grab the PDA, switching back to stack modus so it is readily accessible. The interface is oddly sterile, no hilarious clown wallpapers or anything like that. Oops, you mean Harlequin wallpapers. The serious business application is open. It seems your dad uses it to keep tabs on various acquaintances. His fellow street performers, maybe. You guess the performing arts must be pretty serious business after all.
Hmm. Yeah, we can keep that in. Alright, let's install Pester Chum.
Did he make
Ish.
the music that we're
Uh,
listening to?
no.
Okay.
Various artists made the music, one of them being Toby Fox, who made Undertale and
Okay.
Deltarune. Yeah.
This should be useful. Now
Yeah,
you can keep tabs on your chums while you wander around the house.
nice. Let's go out to the balcony.
Hey, I'm on my balcony now. I'm messaging from my dad's PDA.
The one you threw into the yard.
No, I am telling you, I jumped out of my Solodex like a frightened weasel. It
What were
jumped out
you
of my Solodex like a frightened weasel.
What were you doing with it in the first place? Do you need me to zoom in more, by the way?
I'm okay. I'm okay. Some of this, if it's like the articles get small, but yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
good.
might zoom in because if we get to a certain point, you'll need to be able to read it pretty closely because it's gonna fuck your eyes up.
Yeah.
Alright, what were you doing with it in the first place? I'm not sensing a lot of regard for the personal property of others. Is this how your pent up frustration with your father manifests itself?
What? No, those were all accidents. Please take your psycho blabbery elsewhere, miss.
Your bathroom is a mess. Did you do that too?
Oh man, see, this isn't cool. All this snooping nonsense.
There's a cake in the toilet.
Yes, there is.
I'm tempted to clean it up for you.
Okay, if that will satisfy your weird OCD complex, then go ahead.
My obsessive compulsive disorder complex. Can a disorder also be a complex?
In your case, probably.
Sounds complicated.
Anyway, I'm going to have a look at this enormous platformery thing you put on the balcony.
Let's examine the alchemiter in a cautious manner. Wow. You have no idea what to do with this thing. You can't find any controls for it. Having exhausted all other possibilities, you just decide to stand on it. This isn't very cautious of you, actually. Let's look through the telescope. Wow, it's the sun. I might change. Let's do Wii Shop Bossa Nova. Let's just listen to this for like hours. Alright, it is a clear sunny day, nothing out of the ordinary to report, at least not beyond the walls of your own home. Let's grab the soiled toilet. Cool. Whoops.
Whoops, what? What was that noise? Is this something I should go investigate?
No, I have it under control. You can keep playing with your telescope.
Why is his name John, but his online thing is EB?
It's like his handle, like his,
Okay.
like how you're Mike for real and not your full name.
Ugh.
I think I can patch it up. Just give me a little space. Why don't you go have a look at the Crux Truder?
The what?
The thing I put in your living room.
The what?
You jump down to the utility room. You take the sledgehammer and the capture log card, combine the two, and quickly apply it to your Strife specibus. You think it's cool that things don't always have to be a federal fucking issue. Mikey.
It looks like another one of your chums is pestering you on your PDA.
Let's answer the chum. Yeah, Leo and I used to, so we made names like this for ourselves, and we had, so like Homestuck was popular enough that people made a pester chum messaging app. I think I told you this the first time that I sat you down with this, and yeah, like Leo and I would use it at school and stuff to like message each other, and like at home as well. But anyway, yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Unbelievable.
It was pretty unbelievable. It was awesome though. Alright. John, did you get my package?
Oh, hey. No, not yet.
Darn, you sure? It was in a green box.
Oh, yes, but it's in my dad's car and he's still out at the store. He should be back soon.
Great! So what are you up to today?
I am up to my neck in this, suburb stuff. TT is making a royal mess of my house.
Lol, what suburb?
Oh, it's this game. It's okay, I guess. I'm still figuring it out.
Whoa, what was that?
What was what?
There was like a loud noise outside my house. It sounded like an explosion.
Wow, really?
I will go outside and look.
Alright, be careful, okay?
I will. Let's check out this Crux Truder.
Oh hell no. You put this thing in front of the door?
There's a door there?
Yeah?
I didn't see it. I just thought it fit nicely into that groove.
You mean you thought it was elegant? Oh, okay, well, what do I do with this thing? Hello? What are you doing up there now?
Oh, fuck. Let's examine the wheel.
When you turn the wheel, something seems to be pushing up from underneath the lid, but you aren't strong enough to make the lid come off.
Let's put the bathtub in the driveway. Oh. On the tub's journey to the driveway, the connection is interrupted.
You can see me, right? Tell me what's wrong with this picture.
Sorry, I keep losing the wireless signal. It must be the weather. I would look for a stronger signal in another part of the house, but I'd rather not risk an encounter with my mother. I battled through her cloud of gin and derision once already this evening.
Haha, yeah, I hear you.
Yes, cake, gestures, unfaltering love and support, quite a road to hoe there. Though I suppose I'm complicit for not informing social services about your situation.
I know. What about going outside? Maybe you could catch a neighbor's signal?
That presents the same problem. Also, it's raining, remember? And dark.
It's dark already?
Yes, the sun has already had its way with us here on the east coast. Its lurid glare has moved on to younger time zones.
Haha, okay.
Yeah, she's an East Coaster. Do you need some help?
Yes.
Blam! Sheesh. Oh, 413 is like a significant number because it's the day that the comic started, so like the 13th of April.
Okay.
Also, I'm gonna turn on a light because it's not healthy for me to look just with the computer screen.
Okay.
Okay. How are you holding up,
Okay.
baby? You okay?
Yeah.
He's being tortured.
What is this thing? Sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. You go.
And what is that clock counting down to?
I've been looking at the GameFAQ walkthroughs to figure some of this stuff out. Hold while I read further.
Okay.
All of these walkthroughs are extremely short. None progress much further than this point.
Weird. Well, I mean, it is a new game.
True. Now that the lid is off, you need to extrude some cruxite. You extrude
one cruxite dowel.
Let's get this cruxite. I feel like we should be hurrying. That countdown is making me nervous. John? Oh, your PDA is trapped under the cruxite now, isn't it? Anyways, it looks like you're going to need this card too. We deploy a pre-punched card, and then he gets the card. Oof. A shard of glass is expelled from the deck and maims the Harlequin doll. We're capturing a lot of fanciful Harlequins. Oh, Jesus. Off you go, Mike.
Take two fanciful Harlequins. The additional useless freight pushes your PDA to the last card. You then switch to the Q modus so you can access the PDA. More glass shrapnel flies from the deck.
Oh, damn, look at it. It's communicating.
This thing keeps following me around. I think it's trying to talk to me or something.
That is probably the kernel sprite. It apparently needs to be prototyped. Twice, actually, whatever the hell that means. These walkthroughs are horrendously written.
Okay. Well, you're the one with the cursor, so just do whatever you think is the right thing to do. Also fix my bathroom.
Dropped Maim Harlequin into the kernel sprite. Let's go! Oh, pause. Ooh, backshot, that's not a really great way to start, so I'm gonna actually just, get rid of you. Bye. Was that too ruthless?
Nah.
Alright, cool. The Colonel sprite has been prototyped with the Harlequin doll. I'm just not dealing with that bullshit today. Anyway, let's scroll down.
I still can't understand this thing's gobbledygook.
That was only tier 1 prototyping. There's still another tier to the prototyping process, which for all we know merely advances this entity through increasingly esoteric statues of linguistics.
The clock is ticking. We don't have the time for this asinine tomfoolery.
This unmitigated poppycock.
Extravagant hogwash. Okay, stop. Stop whatever silly thing you're typing. I'm going upstairs to the big platformy thing.
The alchemiter.
Question
Try
mark,
to
question
learn the
mark.
lingo. Let's use this pre-punched card. Up you go.
There is no slot for a card anywhere to be found on the alchemitter. The Colonel sprite followed you upstairs.
Let's explore the Athenum. Acquiring a Cruxite Dow seems to have populated the Athenum with one item, a perfectly generic object. Let's captchalogue the telescope. No! Off you go, baby.
You snatch the telescope from its tripod. Who knows, it might be useful. But more importantly, it pushes the Cruxite to the last card, making it available for tinkering. PDA is predictably jettisoned into the yard over the neighbor's fence.
Let's put Cruxite on the weird pattern on Alchemiter. You place the Cruxite down on the Alchemiter's small pedestal. Something is happening. Cool. You set the Alchemiter to cost 3 perfectly generic objects for some reason, expending a total of 6 units of build grist. These things look completely useless. What a waste. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice there's something in the sky. Let's switch the modus and use the telescope to inspect the sky.
Switch back to stack modus and get a closer look with your telescope. Whatever it is, the Colonel sprite seems particularly agitated about it.
Excellent. Let's have a look. Oh, shit. Is that allowed? Is this allowed?
You're
You
no
go.
astronomer, but its trajectory looks suspiciously head-on with your current perspective. This is a troubling development.
Let's high five Colonel Sprout. You figure you've left him hanging long enough. It's attempt to ingest a unit of build grist. Like fruit gushers?
It is tempting because they strongly resemble the rocking blue raspberry gushers. However, units of Bilgrist are a gaming abstraction and do not seem to exist in on the physical plane. There is apparently no crisis so imminent that will deter you from contemplating idiotic and frivolous actions.
Do they though? Oh yeah, they do.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like those?
They're okay. I haven't had them
Hmm.
in like a million years.
Oh, okay. Your dad is getting home. John, what did you do with your PDA this time? I'm working on the bathroom, but we are running low on build grist. Run to your room and contact TT through Pester Chum. 2 chums have been trying to message you. Let's go. I'm working on the bathroom, but we're running low on build grist.
Oh man, who cares about the bathroom? Now there's a meteor heading for my house. Heading for
I,
my
s-
house.
I see. Do you suppose it has anything to do with the game?
I don't know. Maybe. What do I do?
I think it's very likely. The walkthroughs vaguely suggest an impending threat before they end. The already poorly constructed sentences become even more curt and ambiguous, as if written hastily and with a sense of alarm. Actually, their dedication to updating the walkthrough under such circumstances is admirable.
Wow, fascinating. Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark.
If the meteor is a game construct, I think the only thing to do is proceed and try to solve the dilemma on the game's turns. Try using the lathe. It says you can use the card on it, but isn't more specific than that.
Okay, I'll do that.
Really, it is a labor to read this scribble. If I read any more, my brain. If I read
True.
any. Fair enough. If I read any more, my brain will need to be spoon fed from a jar while it blows spit bubbles in a high chair. I think I'll write my own walkthrough. That is, after we make sure you don't die. I heard you got the box. I hope you appreciate my heroic fatherly perseverance in getting it to you in my rough and tumble, dirty, wife beaterly sort of way. Also, I hope you appreciate how many no talent douches had their mitts on that bunny before you. It's like a grubby baton in some huge douchebag marathon. Hey, where are you?
Oh man, the bunny was awesome, but I don't have time to talk. I'm playing Suburb and it's kind of a nightmare. TT is breaking everything in my house.
Dude, I told you to steer clear of that game, and for that matter, you should probably wash your hands of flighty broads and their snarky horse shit altogether.
And now there's a meteor coming, and I'm not even joking about that. It's like a big asteroid or comet or something in the sky headed right for my house.
Oh man, how big is it?
I don't know, big, I guess. I gotta go. We'll talk later if I'm still alive and the Earth isn't blown up.
Like the size of Texas or just Rhode Island? They're always throwing around these geographical comparisons to give us a sense of scale, like it really means anything to us. But it's like it doesn't matter. It's always just like, wow, that's pretty fucking big. Like, Mr. President, there's a meteor coming, sir. Oh yeah? How big is it? It's the size of Texas, sir. Oh shit. Or how big is it? It's the size of New York City, sir. Oh shit. So I'm afraid the comet is the size of your mom's dick. Oh snap. Sir, are familiar with Jupiter? You mean like the planet? Yeah, well, it's that big, sir. That sounds pretty big. I have a question. Is it Jupiter? Yes, sir. Earth is literally under siege by planet fucking Jupiter. Oh shit. Anyway, later. Let's use this pre-punch card on the totem lathe.
You slip the pre-punch card into a slot on the totem lathe. Above the tool arm deploys a configuration of chisels. You now just need something to lathe.
Let's take the Cruxite to totem lathe. Cursing your lack of foresight, you return to the balcony for the Cruxite dowel you left on the pedestal. You navigate the hallway, leery of your dad, who is presently puzzling over the new fixture in the hallway. The perfect
The
crime.
perfect crime. You retrieve the Cruxite dowel. Dad just shrugs and heads back downstairs, presumably to do some more baking. If only he knew you were hard at work saving his ass.
Let's use the Cruxite dowel on the totem lathe. You clamp the Cruxite in the lathe. The lathe carves one totem. You take the totem.
Alright, I used the lathe to make this blue shapy thing. Now I guess I take it back to the alchemixer again. Hello? Uh,
She's no longer connected. Do you want to do the honors?
a young lady stands in her bedroom. Due to a violent storm, her house has just lost power, along with her wireless internet connection. This has severed her link to a popular video game she was playing with a young man at a critical moment. That young man is relying on this young lady to reestablish a connection somehow. This young lady is named. It's on the tip of your tongue. What was the name of this young lady again?
It's not Flighty Broad. It's Rose Lalonde. Look at her room. It's so moody. Your name is Rose. Oh, wait, you go.
Your name is Rose. As was previously mentioned, you are without electricity. Although your laptop computer still functions on battery power, you have a variety of interests. You have a passion for rather obscure literature. You enjoy creative writing and are somewhat secretive about it. You have a fondness for the beastly strange and fictitious, and sometimes dabble in psychoanalysis. You also like to knit, and your room is a bit of a mess. And on occasion, if just the right one strikes your fancy, you like to play video games with your friends. What will you do?
Let's retrieve arms from the purple box. The purple package's contents are private. No one is allowed to look inside. Let's writhe like a flagellum and puke on the bed.
Ugh, what a terrible idea. The thought alone makes you sick to your stomach.
Let's stroke our writing journal and muddle my precious. You would only resort to such an embarrassing activity while no one was watching. These journals are for your eyes only. Let's get
Do
our
you do that?
violin. What?
Do you stroke your journals and say my precious like Gollum?
No. No, I'm cool. I
Uh,
don't do that.
you capsulog the violin, storing it in the root card of your Sylladex.
Let's play a haunting refrain on the violin. It's beautiful.
hmm You waste approximately 40 seconds playing the violin while your friend is in peril. Nice time management skills there, sweetheart.
Yeah. Let's tell Liv Tyler you love her before impact.
Since your good for nothing friend is obviously not going to bail you out in time, you issue words of parting fondness to dear sweet Liv. Oh, if only Affleck could have been there to make the final sacrifice instead of her stubborn, blue-collar, salt-of-the-earth father. Then she would fall into your arms for consolation, and you would be the one to make the deceased Bruce Willis proud.
Let's captchalogue that knitting supply bag. You get the knitting bag, it occupies the left leaf card under the violin, per the tree's modus's alphabetical sorting method. So K it goes under V. No, K goes before V. I can't read math.
That
That's
says
math.
K is less than V. That says V is greater than K, basically.
Oh, okay.
Whatever.
Do I look like I know math? Mikey?
No. Your panoramic window offers a view of your yard below, and the mausoleum housing your dead cat Jaspers, who died when you were young. Your mom had the structure erected with a spirit of scornful irony in response to your youthfully innocent request to hold a funeral for the animal. At least that is how you came to interpret the gesture in retrospect. You can also make out a silhouette of the laboratory next door, a facility which likely broadcasts a strong wireless internet signal. You may be able to connect to the signal from a different part of the house, perhaps if you seek higher ground.
Let's get the laptop. You take your laptop and prepare to make the journey through the house. L to V, L to K. This causes the tree to be unbalanced, so your Sylladex auto balances itself. Now the laptop occupies the root card, while the other two items comprise the leaves. Apologies. A grimoire for summoning the zoologically dubious. Mikey?
This book is absolutely indispensable for enthusiasts of your ilk, one of which there are very few.
Let's take this book. You take the grimoire. G over L. G is lesser than L, and G is lesser than K. Correct. Thank you.
Yeah.
Go explore the house. Look at these wizards. You leave your bedroom. Hanging just next to your door in the hallway is a painting of an exquisite wizard. Your mother collects these awful things ironically. She must know how much you detest them, and there's no doubt in your mind she stores these dreadful things in the house to bother you. Down the hall to the right is the way to the observatory. Perhaps you'll be able to connect up from up there. Your mother's room is also in that direction. You will have to watch your step. Let's tiptoe to the observatory.
You approach a juncture in the hallway. Beyond the juncture is the observatory.
Excellent. Sneak by. This door leads up to the observatory. You haven't ventured up there in quite some time.
The door opens to an exterior walkway leading to the observatory entrance. You've seen less inclement weather before. Oh, the things you'll do to help out a friend.
Yeah. Oh wait, we should see where we're up to. Unless that won't help you. It needs to be oldest to newest. Okay. Oh, we're nearly at the end of Act 1. Let's keep going. Oh, we experienced technical difficulties, Mike.
No.
Oh, I don't know why you put the robot.
I'm merely putting some emotes in chat to clear off some messages.
Oh, okay. Fair, fair, fair. Let me put a chat message. Alright, let's try to connect to the internet, Mike. You first put your laptop down on the floor to get it situated, but removing it from the root card causes all the other branches and leaves to be severed. Your items are dumped unceremoniously on the floor.
You're in a hurry, sure, but that doesn't mean you can't take a moment to peek through the huge telescope. You find a gap in the clouds. It seems a flurry of smaller meteoroids is streaking steadily overhead. You're not sure what this means, but it is somewhat disconcerting.
Let's stack the laptop on the grimoire to maximize elevation. You'll need every advantage you can get. The Wi-Fi. There are several signals being broadcasted from the laboratory, each of relatively decent strength. One of them is mysteriously and quite conveniently unsecured, requiring no password. You select the signal and reconnect to the game with John. You ready? I'm back!
Hurry up and open my door. Not that it even matters. I think I'm probably dead no matter what.
Patience. You still haven't used the new totem. I do believe it will create the item on the punch card.
No, what is it? Like an apple or something? What good will that even do?
We'll see. I found no evidence that anyone has successfully created the item, and the content of the card appears to be variable from session to session. In one instance, it was described as an eggy-looking thing. Do we have... Oh, sorry, you go.
Do we have enough of those building jewels to make it?
According to the it is a free item. This speaks to its importance in my view. Now off you go. There goes the rest of your build grist. You probably should have just done this in the first place. Alright. Mike.
Gotta get those stupid blocks out of the way first. The Colonel Sprite is getting awfully worked up about all this.
You store the perfectly generic objects in your Fernalia registry, potentially to be deployed at a later time. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
End of Act 1!
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Incredible.
Good job, you made it! Alright, I just want to see... Oh, we get to meet Dave. I think eventually... Where does Act 2 end? Oh, there's end of Act 2, Act 3. Okay. Shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Years in the
We've been going
future.
for how long? Hold on. How long have we been doing this
It's
for?
an hour and 43 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
All right. A wayward vagabond. There you go. A wayward vagabond records a stuttering step in the sun-bleached dust. All right.
Wait,
You
can I get
ready?
like a quick pee break or etc.?
Absolutely. I will read this unless
Okay.
you want to be here for this shit.
I will listen to you read it on my cell phone while I'm
Okay.
not here.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, cool. Here's our suburb beta walkthrough by Tentacle Therapist, aka Rose. Caveats and condolences. I'd be inclined to dispense with the trite even under less pressing circumstances. Needless to say, I'll forego the inscrutable ASC2 banner, which typically heralds the striking free fall of these documents. I'll also resist the urge to brandish any copyright marks or the particular neurosis that concerns itself with the theft of the utterly mundane. I'll allow other deranged prospectors to stake claims on their worthless plots as the wood burn around them. My introduction will be sparse. There will be no majestic prose blustering into the sails of a galleon as we embark on this voyage together, nor will there be any ham-fisted prose whipping its limbs under a bedsheet like a ghost for that matter. I won't set the stage or dim the lights. The mood you will see will be set soon enough. Since you are reading this, chances are you've installed this game on your computer already. If this is true, like many others, you've just participated in bringing about the end of the world. But don't beat yourself up about it. There was never anything you could have done to prevent it. The end is happening right now as I type and as you read. I've come to understand that we are always doomed through our collective ignorance, and now further doomed by those few who knew and struggle to flee. If you're lucky, you'll be among the smaller subset of the latter who are successful. What I mean is, while that game you installed is just one more grinding slab of rock sealing our planet's crypt, it is also your only hope to live. I'm presently faced with the same conundrum as you, and though I speak with more experience, my own outcome is far from assured. I will play the game, as much of it as there is to play, and record my findings here. If you want to live, you will do as I instruct. My condolences. Alright, one sec. I'm just gonna put my mom's dog outside for a second. I'll be back. Murphy, you smell bad. Okay, I'm back. Okay, let's go. The kernel divides, the two halves go their separate ways, leaving behind the sprite portion. Boy! What is left of the sprite undergoes a mysterious transformation. For a moment, you thought you heard someone say boy, as if whispered in the periphery of your awareness. It was probably just your imagination, though. Oh, wah. You there, boy. What? Boy, listen to me, boy. His name is John, you nincompoop. Boy, who is John, do as I say. What would you like a boy who is John to do? Wait, I wonder if we can do this. No. That's fine. Obey my commands, John boy, And those commands would be, I would like the boy to interact with his environment in a constructive manner. Maybe you should be a little more specific. Have the boy assess his current situation. I'm afraid I can't have the boy do that. Tell him to do it yourself. Very well. Okay. That instruction does not do anything at the moment. Could you please turn the controls over to a more competent user? Increasingly sophomoric. Also, you almost spelt salad in there. What's that? It looks different now. After you bit that apple, your whole house seemed to be transported somewhere. Then the apple disappeared and the kernel sprite underwent a transformation. Aside from the change in appearance, the transformation doesn't seem to have any relevant ramifications. You still can't understand a word this idiot says. The ghost clown, do something with it. The ghost clown is called the kernel sprite. Or rather, just the sprite now, I suppose. You can't do something with it. The only thing you can theoretically do with it is Tier 2 prototype it. I'm assuming that's still possible. Tier prototype the sprite or the thing you said. Do it. You're not the one who's supposed to prototype it. The suburb server user is supposed to do that. This large platform. Good grief. What is it, boy? Boy, quit all this scurrying around. Alright, we can go back. For the last time, this boy's name is John. Fine. John, return to your quarters. You go back up to your bedroom, tiptoeing around this weird petroleum-based sludge. Now, John, respond to your friend unit.
I'm back.
Hi, just in time. John, are you there?
Hey, yeah, I'm here. And not dead, I think.
I know, I've been watching you scramble through the house like a lunatic. You should have answered me sooner.
Oh man, sorry, I was looking around for my dad and I can't find him anywhere. Have you seen him?
No, I'm sure he'll turn up. We have more important things to address right now.
Yeah, like where am I?
I don't know that either, but I've determined your neighborhood was destroyed by the meteor. Wherever you've been transported, it saved you from the impact. I've been reading reports in the news. Over the last few days, there have been smaller meteor collisions with people's homes around the world. And they seem to be getting bigger. Yours is the biggest they've identified so far.
Wow, okay. So then I guess if this was all the game's doing, then the point is for us to save the world?
Perhaps.
Then we'd better get moving and figure this game out.
Yes, but wait, we should retrieve your PDA yet again. It will help to keep tabs on each other while you investigate. I think I can get you closer to it if I can replenish our grist supply somewhat. There may be a way to recycle some that we already used.
Okay.
I'll meet you out on the balcony.
Wait, Rose, one thing.
What?
You never wished me a happy birthday. Hello?
I was working on something to send you, but I was running late with it. I didn't want you to think I believed meager well wishes alone would suffice for the occasion. That said, happy birthday, John.
Haha, oh geez, that is silly. Anyway, thanks.
First, take the fabric item on the floor there. The towel? Why? Oh, well, you're the boss. You capture log the towel. What now? Do as the purple text says. To the balcony.
What was that part when I wasn't here, but I was listening? You were like, oh, I don't think I could do that. What was that part?
It was a
Like
flash
a
thing.
game?
Yeah,
Oh.
I think it would, like, click you through it, but you can't do that anymore, so... I don't really... yeah. I don't have a
John
flash
makes his way
thing.
up to the balcony per your awkwardly worded request.
Wait, take that, the blue wobbly thing.
You whimsically decide to capsulog the totem which was used to create the apple tree earlier.
John, recycle the grist as was dictated by your cohort.
John cannot do anything with the grist as of this moment. That is up to the suburb player.
I see. Yes, that will
Yes,
suffice.
that will suffice.
Rose deletes the perfectly generic object. 6 units of bill grist are restored to your grist cache. Cool. Rose expends the grist to drag a new plank from the balcony in the direction of the PDA. John, run across precarious platform swiftly.
John isn't sure about that. It's a long way down.
Boy, I said make haste on the narrow catwalk.
John is very nervous about the idea, and the strident tone of your commands is starting to make him a little upset.
Fine, proceed as your level of comfort dictates.
You cautiously walk within range of the PDA. Rose retrieves it.
Now take it.
You grab the PDA, launching one of the Harlequin figurines into the night. You can kiss that one goodbye.
Just one blip blip command will suffice, thanks. It looks like you're not the only one trying to locate your father after the disaster. These boring men are uninteresting. Alright. John, are you okay? You seem a bit tentative.
I'm fine, I guess. Since I got here, I feel compelled to do these weird things I don't really want to do. By some kind of voice that I can't really even hear. I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Perhaps the early symptoms of an anxiety disorder like post-traumatic stress?
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
Well, if you can pull yourself together, there are a few more things we should try, like prototyping the kernel sprite again, if possible. We should hurry. My laptop battery won't last forever.
Okay, I will go back inside.
No, don't do that. Hop off the sledge onto that car.
What? No, that sounds incredibly dangerous.
Ha-da-da-da-da. Now you're just being a pest. Which turnip truck did you just tumble out of anyway? Who are you? Years in the future, but not many. An unsealed tunnel welcomes hot air into its stagnant depth.
When it's blue text like oh, it's a link. Okay,
Yeah. Boy. You there, boy. It's this guy. He's typing. Okay, I'll read this. I don't want to do that to you. Upon connecting with the client user, you, the server user, will be met with a control panel allowing you to manipulate your co-player's environment. You'll find that you're allowed to deploy 4 items at no expense. 3 of these are rather large machines, and 1 is a punch card. It's quite possible that you've already deployed some of these items before reading this. If this is the case, and you have activated the machine called the Cruxtruder such that it displays a countdown, you must proceed to section A100 of this walkthrough immediately. The life of your client user depends on it, and if your co-players activated this device in your environment too, then yours does as well. But if not, please refrain from doing anything with the Cruxtruder aside from merely deploying it. This will buy us some time to think things through properly and to go over the basics of the game before you find your soft, easily punctured head in the jaws of the lion. As mentioned, there are 4 items to consider, each playing a role in a process which appears to have a singular purpose. I have to grab the dog once. You ready to come back in? Exciting update. Hello, Ocean Man. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so what happened? What happened? Okay, so I went. Murphy was waiting at the door. I let her in, and then I saw the cat, the second cat. It was right there, and it was about to come inside my house, and then Murphy saw it and chased it.
Oh.
And now I'm mad at Murphy.
Wow, you almost got another cat.
I know, and now she won't come inside. So Murphy's out there hunting the cat. Which I'm concerned, but I think the cat would have escaped, and Murphy's not tall enough to jump over the fence, so yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
that
hi,
was
Ocean
exciting.
Man.
That was a lot of action.
Yeah, I
Welcome,
know.
Ocean Man 2.
Yeah, welcome, Ocean Man 2. Alright. Um, To manufacture objects out of thin air, the designer of this game, judging by the language used, regard this process as a sort of alchemy. This may allude to complexities in the production process yet to present themselves, but for now, the variety of objects you're able to create remains quite limited. The items in question are the Cruxtruder, the Totem Lathe, the Alchemiter, and the pre-punched card. I'll describe how these devices work in conjunction with each other, and I'll use the analogy of having a key made at a hardware store to help you understand. Do you understand how these items work, Mike, or do I have to read this?
Do I understand how they work?
Yeah.
Barely.
Alright, fine. Alright, the Cruxtruder. Removing the lid signals the moment your life becomes a great whirling batshit pandemonium, somewhat resembling the chaos of an especially ethnic wedding. Okay. Somewhere, a soused uncle deliberately shatters china on the floor, muddy livestock is decorated and then lost track of. The question, whose mule is this, at times can be heard over the din. This is now your reality. But aside from that, it marks the beginning of the process I'm about to describe. The countdown begins, yes. Also, an entity called the Kernel Sprite is released, but neither of these things are all that relevant to this process, to my knowledge. More on these things later. What is relevant is the unloaded Cruxtruder's ability to dispense Cruxite dowels. It will dispense at least one, though I suspect it is capable of producing more, given parameters I'm not yet familiar with. In my key-making analogy, these dowels represent the uncarved pieces of metal which the hardware store employee retrieves from a drawer or a rack and sets about carving into a key. The two following items are needed to do the carving. One second, I have to check the document. Alright, we're back. Okay. The pre-punched card. It is a simple Sylladex card containing an item. There's evidence to suggest the specific item it contains is variable from session to session. The card I deployed contained a blue apple. Yours may be different. It shouldn't matter, hopefully. Additionally, the card, as you may guess, is punched, like one used with antique computing systems. The pattern of holes comprises data, which I believe corresponds to the instructions for creating the item the card contains. That it is pre-punched suggests there is a way to punch an unpunched card, possibly imprinting it with the data for the item it contains, though no mechanism for this has presented itself yet. Alright, but the data on the card cannot be used to create the item directly. There is a middleman. The middleman is the Totem Lathe. This is essentially the key carving machine. It will carve your Cruxite dowel into a pattern of grooves and contours, which makes the sort which makes a key unique. The instructions for this pattern are supplied by the punch card, which is inserted into the lathe pre-activation to configure its chisels. Once the dowel is carved, you have a totem serving as your key, which can then be used to unlock the card item through the Alchemiter, but at this point I will diverge from my key-making analogy and switch to a barcode analogy, which is not a terribly strenuous leap to make, since the concepts of a key and a barcode are essentially the same, one being a unique pattern of grooves, the other a varying black lines, blah blah blah. If you place a Cruxite dowel, carved or uncarved, on the Alchemiter's small pedestal, its robotic arm will scan the contours with a laser, hence the barcode analogy. This is the machine's way of reading the data originally imprinted from the card and transforming that data into a physical object, though typically this is not done without expense, I believe. An uncarved dowel results in the creation of a perfectly generic object, which is a seemingly useless green cube. It costs 2 units of build grist to make, and I do not advise you to waste resources on it. There appears to be many other varieties of grist, ostensibly used in combinations to create different sorts of items, which possibly offers some insight into the game's use of the term alchemy. But quite conveniently, there is an exception to this. Creating the item on the pre-punched card costs nothing. This is good, because creating this item turns out to be essential. Now that you know this, you can in your own time begin the process. Once you initiate it, naturally there's no going back, so best be prepared, but you probably shouldn't drag your feet too long. As I mentioned earlier, this is your only means of escape. When you're ready, be prepared to follow the steps in the next section swiftly. You get it now?
Oh yeah, totally.
Mike. It's... The items basically exists to make a key, which then gives you an item that you can use to stop yourself from experiencing the meteor.
Okay.
Okay. Now you read.
In the distance, meteorites fall with greater frequency. The fire in the forest burns so hot, not even the rain is putting it out.
Let's check the status of your battery.
Your laptop battery is alright for now, but it won't be for long. If the power in the house doesn't come back on, you can think of one last resort, the small backup generator stored behind the mausoleum.
Let's prototype the sprite with the Betty Crocker box.
What? Oh man, you're gonna use that? That sucks. What a stupid idea.
We have to hurry along. I'm running low on battery power.
But the cake mix, ugh, that's so dumb.
I doubt it matters. We might as well just use any old crap lying around.
Fine, I guess. The sprite is playing hard to get. You guess that's what you get for originally prototyping it with something that engenders mischief and pranksterism.
Do the potted vegetable instead. It looks delicious.
Pipe down, you. This is Rose's decision, not yours.
Let's prototype the sprite with the Sassacre text.
Oh yes, sweet. Now we're talking.
See if you can distract it. I'll try to sneak up on it. John, flail about in a distracting manner.
The sprite finds the distracting manner in which you flail about to be rather distracting.
The pesky sprite eludes you again. Not even the great colonel himself can outfox it. And narrowly missing with your attempt to create the colonel sprite, you drop the massive tome. The entire house rattles under the astonishing girth of the book. What?
In the other room, Nana's ashes dump into the sprite, which is caught unawares by the dousing.
Inspect Hag Ash incident.
You find the sacred urn toppled again. This time you're quite sure it wasn't your fault. The sprite is nowhere to be found.
Remove the cruxtruder from the doorway.
Aw man, where'd it go?
I can't find it anywhere in the house. No time to worry about it. The next thing we should do is get your server copy of the game from the car. You need to connect to my client so I can repeat your steps and presumably join you wherever you are. We should do this quickly before my house burns down.
What? There's a fire?
There will be soon.
Oh jeez. So move this thing already.
It looks like it requires a lot of grist to move, and I don't have enough to relocate the door either. How much do you... Oh wait, sorry.
How much do you have?
0.
Oh, I thought about jumping to the car from the ledge earlier, but that sounds really dangerous.
I have a better idea. Meet me upstairs. Do again as purple words say.
You were about to head upstairs, but you thought you heard something behind you. It was faint, but you could swear it was a small, light-hearted chuckle along the lines of a spirited ho-ho-ho.
Hoo hoo hoo. Ignore this woman's antics. You're not sure you even saw a woman, let alone any of her hypothetical antics. But whatever it was you might have caught a glimpse of, it sure gave you the willies. You head upstairs on your way to the balcony. Your PDA is acting up again. Indulge the device, but be curt with it. Hey bro, check it out. I'm working on some new rhymes.
Dude, I don't have the time for your nerdy raps.
Come on, this is a Hells of Ill, just listen.
It sounds like you don't even believe me that I was about to get blown up, but I really was. But now I'm in some weird dimension that Suburb sent me to or something. And now on top of that, I think I'm being haunted by my dead grandma.
Huh, for real?
Yeah, it's true, but I'll talk to you later about it.
I think I could drop some sick rhymes about all this.
Man, see, I just don't think all that rapping stuff is really as cool as you think it is.
No, this'll be dope. Check it.
No, I have to go. Bye.
Wait. Armageddon's getting waged on us, but Armageddon armed and dangerous, sending men in space for saving us. See which play is more courageous. Ben or Bruce, dudes reach a truce, but their blow shoots to use Upsuck it. Affleck sacrifice. I mean, sacrifice would have to supplies off pluck it. Roby stained glass saint up on a cross getting hella Christ plagiarist. Bruce is like, off of that crucifix. Enough of this fucking savior fuss. Restrained his ass per McLean redux, while Buscemi remained dangerous. When a plan gone astray pays off a wasted craterist. Ashtray catered to layers of Matt McConaughey's vague remainder dust. Wait, McConaughey wasn't even in any of those Meteor movies, was he? I'll have to make a rap about, I don't know, Morgan Freeman or something being the president. It'll be called Obama Made It to so that no one gives a shit about black presidents in movies anymore. See, you've got to fill me in on what's going on so I have something to rap about besides all your dumb shit movies. Enough strange poetry from the red text.
You head out onto the balcony and find out what Rose has in mind. She's messaging you again.
The purple text is less irrational than the red text. I'm lifting the car up to the balcony.
Well, okay.
Once it is up, retrieve the game, then I'll put it back down on the driveway.
But the door's locked.
Then break a window.
But it's my dad's car.
It's just a window, and this is sort of an emergency. Otherwise, I promise I'll handle the car with velvet gloves.
Alright.
Ridiculous folly. Inexcusable.
You're inclined to agree, but hey, accidents happen. Double check your PDA to make sure if Rose is really gone. Indeed, this seems to be the case. TG is still pestering you, of course, but another chum is now logged in as well.
What color are the words that this chum says? I'm back.
Oh, hi.
I went to investigate the explosion I heard.
Was it by any chance a meteor?
Yes! How did you know?
Oh man, it's kind of a long story. Anyway, are you okay? Did it blow up your yard or start a fire or anything?
No, I'm fine. It landed a pretty good ways from my house and I went to look at it. And it's pretty big, but Beck doesn't want me to go near it, so I came home. He seems to think it's dangerous.
Well, gosh, he's probably right.
Anyway, what have you been up to, John? Did you get my package yet?
Yeah, I was trying to get it, but Rose dropped my car into a weird, spooky, bottomless pit, and the package was in the car, and I'm really sorry about that.
Oh no!
Wow, okay, I guess I should start at the beginning. See, a meteor blew up my neighborhood.
That's terrible, John. I'm so sorry.
But I'm okay, and my house is too, sort of. That game I was telling you about, Suburb, which I was playing with Rose, sort of transported me somewhere at the last minute. But now I'm trapped here, and it's weird and dark, and I can't find my dad, and I just lost the car and my copy of the game in the pit, and I think I have to save the world from the apocalypse.
Well, sounds really crazy and kind of scary, but it also sounds kind of exciting. I don't know, John, maybe this is your destiny. If anyone can save the world, I think it's probably you.
Wow, you think so?
Yes!
Well, okay, but it's not even that simple. I was about to connect to Rose to help transport her and save her from the meteors and fire and stuff, but she lost battery power and I lost the game disc. So I think I have to get TG to use his copy of the game to save her, but that jackass won't shut up and stop rapping and stuff.
He's so silly.
Yeah, anyway, I should talk to him about it, so BRB.
The green text was attractive. Now view the red text again. When the film crew zooms where the president's at, I'm like, if that dude's black, I'll eat my hat. Turns out he is, so we're all damn, director's got gumption, like we'll flip our shit, he ain't shining shoes or something. It's called free emancipation. If it's not pres-election, it's God ascension, and Bruce Almighty, whoops, different Bruce from the one I just mentioned.
Arg.
Can't explain to me why this ain't condescension to think I'll shit a brick. Not even he can convey the intention with his quick spun wit. Rather defray all this tension, sit on his lap while he whittles a splint in some guy's eyes. What he does and patronizes, I guess. Wow, I don't know if I can say that word. The mother of invention.
Stop rapping for a second, you horse ass. I have something important to talk about.
What's up?
Rose is in trouble and she needs help. I was going to connect her with Suburb, but I lost my copy.
Okay.
Connect to her Suburb. Also, she lost battery power. If she can get back up and running, she'll need someone with the game to get her out of there before her house burns down. So I think you should use your copy of the game to help her.
My copy? That's gonna be tough.
Why?
I lost it. It's a stupid story, and I'd rather not talk about it. Should be embarrassing, yo.
I thought you said you had two.
Well, yeah, one is my brother's copy.
Well, get one then.
Alright, but he's not gonna be happy about that.
Whatever. Also, you might want to read Rose's walkthrough to get up to speed on this.
Oh, man.
What?
Nothing really. Look, all I'm saying is the girl gets to lay it on kind of thick, you know?
Rolls, eyes.
Your laptop is out of battery power. There's only one thing left to do. Time to make your way to that backup generator. Let's knit laptop cozy to shield your laptop from the rain. That would be such... You go.
That would be such a waste of time. Besides, you already knitted one a while ago. You retrieve it from your knitting bag and apply it to your laptop. You capsulog the laptop plus cozy.
Let's equip the grimoire to the Strife Specibus.
That would be incredibly ill-advised. There are some dark forces you just don't want to mess with. You understand this better than most. You put the book down.
Let's recaptulog the items.
You grab the knitting bag and the grimoire in that order. It's always a logistical puzzle with your tree modus. The tree auto-balances, leaving the knitting bag accessible in the root card.
Let's allocate the knitting needles to the Strife Specibus. You feel a lot more comfortable with this as a weapon. You're so handy with those needles, you feel like you could probably use them to fillet a swordfish.
You lose the root card in the process, severing the tree. Hey, careful with all that stuff.
Let's knit a plush cuddle Cthulhu to soothe our nerves.
That would also be a preposterous waste of time. Besides, you're quite sure you've never heard of this creature called Cthulhu before. There are, however, many other specimens of zoologically dubious that you're familiar with, such as...
Let's consult our grimoire. Cthulhu! Foul patrician of misery, to hear his mammoth belly gurgle is to know the epoch of joy has come to an abrupt end. It's epoch, right? Have I got that wrong?
Epic.
Epic?
Right?
Is it
I don't
epic?
know. Actually, I don't know.
Oh shit.
You might be right. Let's find out together.
Let's find out together.
Epoch.
You're
Okay.
right.
I'm very smart.
You are.
And Nrob Yuglith, the shame beast king of grotesquerie, writhe lord of the moist beyondhood, hearing his melodious chirps and tongue clicks causes one's bones to explode. And of course there's Oglogoth, the deep one. Whenever he grinds his teeth, all the children of a random galaxy somewhere will frown continuously for a 9,000-year span. He is the first and smallest of the smaller gods, appointed in servitude of a vile, unfathomable pantheon of middling gods, which caters to the whims of the noble circle of Horoteras, an omniscient, omnipotent order of the elite few, forever cloaked in the darkness of the furthest ring. I could have done that in one breath, but I ran out. Dang it.
And then there's this strange page containing some rather mysterious notes on the summoning procedures. You've never been quite sure what these diagrams are getting at.
Let's take these items and proceed downstairs.
You recaptulog everything the way you want it to appear in the tree and head downstairs. Figure that's enough dilly-dallying. Time to get a move on.
That's pretty crazy.
Red Skittles.
Woo, yum.
You wonder if this rain will ever let up. It's driven It's driven since the month began, perhaps long enough to forget its purpose. It no longer even knows to assuage fire. Somewhere a zealous god threads these strings between the clouds and the earth, preparing for a symphony it fears impossible to play, and so it threads on, delaying the rays of the conductor's baton. How you hate this season. April's the cruelest month, breeding lilacs out of the dead land, mixing memory and desire, stirring dull roots with spring rain. American sports legend Charles Barkley.
Did he say that?
I highly doubt that.
Oh, okay. Let's confront our mother in the hole. Surely your mother is lurking nearby. You should be prepared for an unpleasant confront. Yo, what? Alright, I gotta do this. There's this really cool dude, okay? He's standing around being all chill like cool dudes are known to do sometimes. A cool dude like this probably has a real cool name, but he probably wouldn't just tell you what it was if you asked. He'd be way too busy for that. Busy being totally sweet, but you could always try to guess his name, and if you were right, he might nod ever so slightly. That's a cool dude's way of letting you know there might just be hope for you yet. Insufferable prick. This guy doesn't have time for this sort of bullshit. It's Dave Strider! I'm gonna try not to be a fangirl, but yeah, he was one of my favorite characters.
Because he's so cool.
Yeah, your name is Dave. It is an unseasonably warm April day. Your bedroom window is open to let some air in, and your fan is cranked. Arguably, even more cranked would be your fly beats, which brings us to your variety of interests. A cool dude like you is sure to have plenty. You have a penchant for spinning out unbelievably ill jams with your turntables and mixing gear. You like to rave about bands no one's ever heard of but you. You collect weird dead things preserved in various ways. You're an amateur photographer and operate your own makeshift darkroom. You maintain a number of ironically humorous blogs, websites, and social networking profiles, and if the inspiration strikes, you won't hesitate to drop some fat rhymes with a PH, Mike, on a mofo and
Wow.
represent. Let's
Amazing.
quickly retrieve arms from the cinder blocks, babe. Isn't he so
Okay.
cool?
Yeah.
Baby,
Seems cool so far.
you shouldn't agree with that. He's a dork. Nah.
Compared to the... Oh, wait, there's bugs on the wall. Nah.
Actually, oh yeah, okay, there are. Get the damn baiter and save your friend's life. The notion strikes you as nonsensical. You can't imagine how a video game could save someone's life, and in any case, you're quite sure no one you know is in any danger. Anyway, these are your copies of the beta you received in the mail recently. You labeled them with your name in bold red print to distinguish them from your bro's copies, who labeled his in kind. Neither of you really gives a shit about this game or has any intention of playing it, but you'll be damned if you let that get in the way of your campaign of one-upmanship. Let's bleat like a goat and piss on your turntable. You can read this, Spike.
You would never considering allowing any fluid even remotely resembling urine to touch your beloved turntables. That would risk breaking them, and a world without the gift of your godly science just doesn't sound like a place you want any part of. While you're at it, you might as well wipe out human civilization with a meteor or something ridiculous like that, which will probably never happen. That sort of thing only happens in stupid idiot movies for stupid idiots. You will, however, contemplate bleeding like a goat for ironically humorous purposes at a later date.
Let's examine the closet. This is your closet. This is where you keep a lot of your crap, like that box and that bottle of... What is that? Is that... Here you go.
This is the package your friend sent. That your friend John Egbert sent you for your 13th birthday a little while ago. It now contains nothing except a note with a certificate of authenticity vouching for the genuine Hollywood memorabilia which the box originally contained and which you are now wearing to be ironic but also to be incredibly cool in a way somehow intangibly related to the ironic nature of the accessory. You find it sort of exasperating to explain these I don't know that
Subtleties.
word. Subtleties to people. The box also included a signed photo of Ben Stiller, which now proudly hangs in your closet, proudly and ironically.
Yeah. Starsky and Hutch, baby.
Mhm.
Cool. You catalog the box through your hash map fetch modus. Your modus's current hash function resolves the index by valuing each consonant at 2 and each vowel at 1. The total is divided by your number of cards, and the remainder is the index. So 2 plus 1 plus 2 equals 5. So then it's 5 divided by 10, which equals 5. The box is captcha-logged in card 5. That totally makes sense, right?
I guess
That's
5 over 10 is not 5, but okay. It's the remainder though, so maybe it's fine. Anyway,
I don't know maths. Neither does this
me
guy,
neither.
apparently. Examine the jar of unknown yellow substance in the closet. Oh, hell yes! It is an unopened container of apple juice. You thought you're all out. It's like fucking Christmas up in here. This is so great. You've got to tell John about this immediately. He'll be so excited. Bleh. You capture log the juice into card 7. 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1 divided by 10 equals 7. Does it?
I guess.
He's mad.
Not mad.
Are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to stop?
In addition, no, not yet. I can. I'm down to go until like 8.
Okay, cool.
In addition to letting your buddy know about this unstanding juice windfall, you figure you'll wish him a happy birthday while you're at it. In your own cool sort of roundabout way, of course. Good thing you looked at that box he sent you, or you might have forgotten. You also might as well ask him about that beta. The kid's been harping on about it for weeks. It would be cool if it came on his birthday. He'd be one happy camper.
Are you coughing? You okay?
I'm fine. I was, yeah.
Okay. Alright. And then we've already read all this, so we don't have to do that.
Okay.
You go online and view sites indicative of your interests, like this awesome review of Game Bros March issue. You open the Hephaestus web browser and direct it to your ironically maintained blog where you post monthly satirical reviews of Game Bro magazine. Your latest post is a review of the March issue. You've been meaning to write a review for the latest issue too, but you've been sort of dogging it. Something about the game they're reviewing just doesn't strike you as right for satirical purposes. And then, in a new tab, you open another one of your sites, a webcomic ironically maintained through a satirical cipher vaguely similar to that of your blog. It's called Sweet Bro and Hello Jeff, if we click on it. Oh, damn. This is a classic Homestuck meme. I warned you about stairs, bro. I told you, dog. It's a classic Homestuck. You have legions of devoted fans, most of whom are totally convinced of your creative persona's sincerity, which is just how you like it. Let's check the latest page of the Midnight Crew. You figure as long as you're chilling at your computer, you might as well see how that new MSPA story is going. You haven't looked at it in a while. Oh my god, it's the Midnight Crew. You are members of a sinister gang called the Midnight Crew. Your nefarious plots are serpentine in complexity, your schemes convoluted, you are planning a heist in your underground hideout. What will you do? Use Occam's razor on plans and schemes. Spades. Oh yeah, you can read this part.
Spades uses Occam's razor to carve a circular hole into the heist plans, freeing it from the knife. You wonder what moron would jam the knife so hard into the table in the first place.
Let's climb the ladder and exit the hideout and implement nefarious plots. That's Spade Slick for ya.
You push against the manhole cover, but it seems some unbelievable jackass has parked your getaway van on top of it. familiar feeling stirs. The feeling is overwhelming, soul-blackening rage. The sort of rage that'll make a man feel totally justified in supporting unnecessary elaborate assortment of fancy blades.
Let's skip ahead 100 pages or so. You don't remember where you last left off, so you jump way ahead. You always forget to save your place in the story. It looks like tempers have become short in this pressure cooker already. You speculate that the tipping point may have been an ill-advised motion for a game of 52 pickup. Cool, they're fighting. Save your place and read it later. Off you go.
Even though the adventure began recently, it's already over 3,000 pages long. You just don't have time for this bullshit. You'll catch up later. Besides, it looks like someone's pestering you. You're pretty sure you know who it is.
Let's answer this chum. Oh wait, no, this is me. Oh fuck, this is all me. In some cultures.
No, that's okay. I can be read for this.
Oh, okay, let's go. He's gonna be so hella cool. In some cultures, the persistent refusal of a lady's invitation to play a game with her would be a sign of wanton disrespect. Either that or flagrant homosexuality.
What? Oh no, look, I'm busy, okay? I've got a lot of shit on my plate. I'm sort of a big deal, okay?
I know. Sometimes I wonder how you are ever allowed to pay for meals in restaurants. It must be hard to keep a low profile when you're always overhearing awed voices whisper, "It's that guy who has a blog."
Seriously, dudes be worshipping me left and right. I can't hardly walk down the street without stepping over torsos of the prostrate.
Prostate. Anna
There's
Rose,
an
how
R
you
in there.
going? You're reading Homestuck? Yeah, I read it before when I was in high school. I'm just torturing myself and others with this crap. Mostly Mike, I think. Anyway,
Yeah.
hi friends. If you haven't followed the
Thank
lovely
you,
Rosie,
Forever.
I would recommend that 100% because she's just a wonderful, bubbly, and sweet streamer. And you should go and enjoy her streams as well. Also, thank you, Asian Ricio, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you, and welcome to our community. We are reading Homestuck. It is a journey. Mike loves it. He thinks this is so good. He definitely doesn't hate it at all.
Where is it, me or you?
Me. Navigating the urban landscape, I'm sure is difficult enough without an obstacle course of differential flesh and skyward asses. Perhaps adapting the art of parkour to your unique environment would help. But also,
Yeah?
hello,
I mean, damn.
welcome in. How are you going today? Yes, you go, Mike. Sorry.
Like there's this scruffy little shit at my feet, an orphan or something. I don't know. Face flush on the pavement. I'm like, dude, you listening for a stampede of buffalo or something? He braves a look at me, and then he gives my shoe a little kiss and scurries the fuck off.
Heavy is the crown. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope I can cheer you up a little bit, or whatever you're doing, you can cheer you up a bit. I'm doing pretty good. How are you, Mike? Are you doing good?
Oh yeah, I'm amazing right now. I'm just reading the most influential piece of text ever written, so I've been told.
I never said that. Did I say that?
No, just kidding. Yeah, not kicking over Oliver Twist in the effing face every day is my gift to the world, I guess.
Breathtaking magnanimity.
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 Among other things, I just give an effing give.
Indeed, nary a jewel tumbles from your wish box of daily exploits, which I imagine does not sparkle.
Oh, for fuck's sake, you're just lobbying for me to play that dumb game.
Faceless accusation.
Look, I'm telling you, Egbert is all about that game. He will play it with you and probably be tickled retarded about it.
Oh, okay. You don't have to say
Okay.
the R word if you don't want to.
Okay.
Yeah, I know this very well. I'm surprised. I didn't realize it came up so often in this. I know this very well. I cannot hasten his mail's delivery, however.
Yeah, I'll hassle him some more about it. And look, how about this? If you ever find yourself in the position where your life depends on me playing that piece of shit game, then I'll play. Will that make you happy?
More than you know. It perfectly mollifies my grief over the demise of chivalry. John, what are you doing? Stop doing nothing. Meanwhile, in the present, in a... Sorry, you take it,
Meanwhile, in the present, in a place where the present may be a concept of dubious merit, John is spacing out, but a vague and forceful thought jolts him to attention. Or maybe it's that bumping sound coming from the other side of the door. What is that?
A thick, unpleasant fluid pools from beneath the door. Troubling, investigate this.
There is a trail of this fluid in the hall leading to your room.
Play some hauntingly sick beats. You've had enough of this computer for a while. You feel like you've been messing around on it all week. It's time to get your jam on. You pull up to your trusty Akai MPC 1000 sampler and prepare to get sick nasty. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
The left knob's for current sample, the right knob is master volume, the store patterns in F1, F2, and F3 buttons. Oh, here we fucking go. I don't even know if you can even press it anymore. Used to be able to, I'm pretty sure.
Click everything. Just, I don't know.
It looks like it's just an image.
Okay.
Back in the day, though, take a sip of the apple juice despite what John said. Ahem.
Those beats were so fresh they belong in the protostyle, is what you're talking about. Soccer moms be thumping that shit for ripeness like melons, know what I'm saying? After beats that fresh, it would be a crime not to reward yourself with a celebratory swig.
Hell yeah. And then you can't do it. John's got you all twisted up inside now. All you can think about is Mandel's gross monster piss. Damn you, Egbert.
You recapsulog the juice.
Let's allocate a sword to Strife Specibus. Your Strife Specibus is already allocated with the blade kind Abstratus. There's no need to allocate it. You can wield your sweet ninja sword as a weapon once it is in your Strife deck, but you'll have to captulog it first before moving it there. Let's captulog the sword.
The ninja sword occupies the same card as the juice because they're both equal to 7, expelling the juice from your Stilodex. It splashes all over your turntables and your copies of the beta.
Get a towel or something. You head out to get a towel from the bathroom across the hall. You glance at one of the many radical puppets in your bro's collection and nod in approval. Is there anything not awesome about your bro? No, you think not.
You enter the bathroom. There's a damp towel on the floor you could probably use for this crisis. You stop to pay a little respect to one of your bro's boys up there. Hey, little man, how's it hanging?
Yeah, let's go with No Thoughts Head Empty video game music. Yeah. You take the damp towel, expelling the box. Let's search the bathroom for something slightly less damp.
Nah, you just decide to wring this towel out into the toilet to make it less damp. It is now just a towel.
Take the towel. You take the towel and grab the box again while you're at it. Just doing a flyby. I feel like it's been forever. Hope you're doing well, lass. I am, Sneaky Silk. It's so good to see you again. How have you been recently? I feel like it's been ages. But yeah, we're doing pretty good. We're just torturing Mike with some Homestucks, what I do best, you know? I myself was forced to read this and then ended up enjoying it a lot, so I have to return the favor and make Mike read it. But he probably won't enjoy it because he's not a teenager in 2010. Or no, sorry, 2012 when I read this. 2012. Anyway, continue, Mike, please.
You clean up the juice with a towel and hang the damp beta envelopes on your line to dry off.
Excellent work. Thank you, Mike. Mostly knackered and odd humor here, lol. Yeah, it's fun. I'm having fun. It's a nice little blast from the past, I guess. For me, for Mike, it's like, why the fuck is she making me read this?
I'm fine.
Are
Everything's
you?
fine.
In the breeze
Yeah.
of the fan, the betas jostle near the open window. This arrangement is a little disconcerting. If they fell out, it would be a stupid way to lose them. The crisis is easily averted. You can't imagine it will ever resurface later in any way, shape, or form. That beta is as good as yours forever.
You should probably go pester Egbert again. You wonder if he found the beta yet. You also might chat about your respective sylodices and fetch modi. If the topic happens to come up, you wonder if he is anywhere near as smooth with his sylodex as you are. Probably not. It's probably not even humanly possible.
Pessimist sees. Oh, I'll read out your example joke, Sneaky. A pessimist sees a dark tunnel. An optimist sees a light at the end of the tunnel. A realist sees a freight train. The train drivers see three idiots standing on the tracks. That is actually quite clever. I like that one. Oh shit! A bird. Suddenly, a rambunctious crow flies in the open window and snatches the beta, possibly to make a nest with, or maybe just for the sake of being a brainless, feathery asshole. If you hear that sound, it's my mom's dog drinking water. You yell at the bird. Stop.
You accidentally launch your ninja sword. Everything goes flying out the window, dead bird and all.
No one can ever know about this. Let's look out the window.
Yeah, you can kiss all that stuff goodbye. You feel sorry for the bird, but at least you never planned on ever using that beta ever. Anyway, what's going on with that?
Oh,
Anyway,
we
now
can look.
that that bit of ugliness
I don't know. Anyway, continue.
is behind you, you guess you can look forward to several more hours of messing around in your room. Whoa, wait, what?
We're back. You prepare to descend the stairs to your living room. You are standing eye to eye with a familiar foe, a 20-foot tall granite statue of the mighty wizard Zazapan the Learned. Your mother had him installed through a hole in the roof with a heavy-duty crane. Just look at that mystical gaze. To peer into those aloof glassen eyes is to arrest the curiosity of any mortal. To behold in the wisdom concealed in the furrows of that venerable face is to know the ceaseless joys of bewilderment itself. Any man so fortunate as to catch askance his merry twinkle or twitch of a whisker shall surely have all his dreams fulfilled. Horrific. You find this grisly abomination utterly detestable. Psychoanalyze mother's love of wizards.
1 second, sorry.
No, you're all good. Do you want me to read it?
No. There is nothing to psychoanalyze. Your mother clearly has no real affinity for these damnable things. She only collects them to spite you. If anything, she finds them even more repellent than you do. She's just a committed woman.
Let's go downstairs to the kitchen back door. You descend to the living room area of your home's expansive open layout. There is the sound of rushing water beneath the floor. It tends to strike guests as a strange presence in a living space, but it becomes hardly audible to you through familiarity. There's the front door, but hopefully there's no need to make the long trek around the house in the rain. You might as well see if you can slip through the kitchen and out the back unnoticed. View Mother's solid copper vacuum statue.
Okay, but it's bronze, not copper. But it wasn't always. A while ago, you gave this as an ironic gift to your mom for Mother's Day. You even customized it with a drink holder to support one of her ubiquitous alcoholic beverages. She liked the gift so much she had it bronzed and put on this pedestal. She even left it plugged in so that so it can still be turned on now and then, but never to do any cleaning. It never leaves this display. Sometimes at night, when you are in your room, you can hear it wailing from downstairs. She must know you can hear it. She's completely deranged.
Let's grab the Eldritch Princess. Jesus. It's too big to capture-log. Not that you would want to move it anyway. The pretty princess doll has been sitting there for months, ever since your mother got this abomination for your birthday as a totally passive-aggressive gesture. You decided to make it much less abominable by knitting Her Majesty a new head and new arms. Now it brings a mischievous smile to your face whenever you walk by. Your mother hasn't removed the doll yet, and probably never will. She would never be the one to blink first. Acquire umbrella for protection from the elements. You're going to have a hell of a time accessing that card when you need it. You guess you'll just cross that bridge later.
The liquor bottles are out in full force. Mom is surely nearby.
Investigate the richly colored object in the middle of the screen.
This would be your refrigerator, whose surfaces have customarily served as the battlefields for a chilly siege of passive-aggressive one-upsmanship. This was a drawing you did of your cat, Jaspers, when you were younger, along with a poem about him. Your mother brought this ostentatious $15,000 frame for it and had it welded to the door.
That's beautiful. Using the colorful magnet letters, you recently left a succinct message which may or may not have been directed toward anyone in particular, but you couldn't find the letter W, so you just stuck two V's together. Your mother then Wait, you read this.
Your mother then purchased a fresh pack of W's and left them there for your convenience. Appreciative of this thoughtful gesture, you left her a sincere thank you note, which you had legally notarized and then marked with a drop of blood. But part of it was touching the floor, so your mother was kind enough to lift the lower portion of the document with a velvet pillow.
Yes, Rose, she bought her a pack of W's because she couldn't spell shrew because there were no W's, so she used two V's together. So her mother bought her a pack of W's so that she could spell them all. And then she writes a lovely thank you note, but then because part of it was touching the floor, her mother has put a beautiful velvet pillow on it so that it isn't dirtied by the floor. Such a strange family. Attach a W to face as a fake mustache. This is
incredibly silly, and you're not sure how it fits into your campaign against your mother or getting your computer back online to escape your doom. But it's hard to resist getting a little silly sometimes, especially when you're absolutely positive no one is watching.
Let's capture log this W. But that unsightly void in the W pack won't do, nor will the gash in the plastic. You deposit 12 cents in its place, which is your approximation of the letter's value. You also make a vow to return later and neatly sew the plastic shut. Think of ways to one-up Mother.
You now wonder how to address the pillow situation. It seems the woman has you at a clear disadvantage. Perhaps slipping a fresh doily under the pillow will do the trick, or maybe spilling a bit of Worcestershire sauce on it, and then having it be dry having it be dry cleaned and returned along with a laboriously ingratiating apology note. No, there's no time for anything like that. Or maybe just thinking out loud here, you could use the entire pack of W's as M's. Oh yes, that would burn. You've already done something with that W pack, and there's no need to go back and gild that lily. This is a delicate business, and that pillow is screaming for rebuttal.
Worcestershire? Yeah. I guess it's not really a thing in America, is it? Worcestershire sauce.
I don't know. It is. No, it just...
Is it not a common thing in your household, Mike?
Definitely not.
Yeah, I think it has a very savory taste to it. Like, it's like savory in the truest meaning of the word. Like, it's not salty. It's not like bitter per se. It just exists. Oh wait, no, I don't know. I guess I've had types of Worcestershire sauce that are like very savory, but I guess there's some that are like quite sour as well. Now I think about it. But yeah. I thought it was Worcestershire when I was a kid. Or like Worcestershire. You decide to take the velvet pillow and lovingly embroider a poem in praise of motherhood on it. Hopefully you can pull this off before she notices it's gone. But it causes your tree to be pretty badly unbalanced. It will surely outer-balance itself at any moment. And just like that, the umbrella becomes accessible in the root card. That's one of the things you love about the tree modus, the happy surprises.
Okay, that's enough. Time to go.
You don't know how she does that. You're never safe in this house. And of all things to be doing during a power outage, she's up to her ironic housewife routine again. That muck bucket doesn't have any water in it. What an absolute madwoman. Let's hop over the counter, landing in a roll. This bird's gotta fly. Look at that youth roll. Oh my gosh. Did you ever do any youth rolls, Mike?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Lousy goddamn stupid wizards.
Meanwhile, in the past again. You're almost done
You're all
patching up the hole in your window with the gaffer tape, but it's sorta hard to get any work done when people keep pestering you all day. You guess you better get that. You're red. Hi,
okay.
Dave.
Hey, sup?
Not much sup with you, bro. Hehehe.
Haha, good one. It's alright, being chill, I guess. You know how it goes.
Great. Feeling cool today, Mr. Cool Guy?
Oh man, you know it.
So cool.
You know shit is ice cold up in here. Shit is wicked bananas, I'm telling you.
What is going on? Clear, we're reading a webcomic, obviously. We're reading an old webcomic from the... I can't remember. From like the 2010s. I got distracted by the Donkey Kong music.
I was gonna say this is yeah. I'm getting about to die in a Mario game
Yeah.
vibes.
It's not role play per se, we're just reading it together. I did used to role play this when I was younger though. When I was a teen, I did do Homestuck role plays. I was very good at my car cats. What were we up to? Oh,
I don't
have you
remember.
talked to John today?
Yeah, we were just talking a while ago about how he sucks at his Silodex. Can you believe he used a stack? That kid is ridiculous.
Lol, well that doesn't sound like much fun.
What was it used again? Wait, I forgot I forgot whenever we talk about your goofy moduses, I get a migraine. What do you want with John?
I want to tell him happy birthday and ask him about his birthday package.
Oh yeah, I was being sort of cagey and told him to check the mail because I was wondering if mine came yet.
I think it did.
Yeah?
And I think mine came too.
So, I guess you want to know if he likes it or something?
No, he will not open it. He will lose it.
Oh, wow, sorry to hear that, I guess.
No, it's good actually, because he will find it again later when he really needs it, which is of course why I sent it in the first place.
See, like, I never get how you know these things.
I don't know. I just know that I know.
Alright.
Anyway, I have to go. I have to go feed Beck, which is always a bit of an undertaking.
Man, if I were you, I would just take that effing devil beast out behind the woodshed and blow its head off.
I don't think I could if I tried.
Yeah, say hi to your granddad, too, for me too, okay?
Yes, I guess an encounter with him is almost certain. It is usually intense.
Well, yeah, isn't it always with family? He sounds like a total badass.
Yeah, he totally is. Anyway, gotta go.
See ya.
Your turn.
It will be handy to have your phone on standby so you won't always have to go back to your computer whenever someone pesters you. That way you can text message people no matter where they are or what outrageously cool thing you're up to.
So cool. John, pursue adversary into that room.
And even meaner while in the present, sort of. Once again, the slippery antagonist eludes you. You only find more of these unpleasant, oily smears. Someone is pestering you. Both your PDA and computer register the message.
This chum will know what to do. Alright, I'm out of my room. Now looking good, looking for my bro's game. I'm gonna make breakfast, y'all do
Good.
your thing. Thanks, Clear. Thank you for showing up. You go get your breakfast. Anyway, continue, baby.
Good. Yeah, there's no sign of Rose yet. I hope she's okay.
Well, if she comes back, I'll be ready. You better know what you're talking about, because this could get ugly. I brought my phone, and I also took my awesome katana with me in case things get too hot to handle, and they always do.
You mean that cheap piece of shit you have on your wall?
F you, it's sharp, and it's awesome, and it's a sword. End of story.
Okay, I don't really care. I'm in my room again. I really think there's someone else in this house, like monsters or something.
Howie?
I wish.
Dude, monsters aren't real. That's stupid kids stuff for stupid babies.
Maybe. Yeah, you're right.
What are you, an idiot? Of course there are monsters in your house. You're in some weird, evil monster dimension. Come on. Skepticism is the crutch of cinematic troglodytes. Like, hey, mom, dad, there's a dinosaur or a ghost or whatever in the room. Yeah, right, Junior. Go back to bed. Fuck you, mom and dad. How many times are we gonna watch this trope unfold? It wasn't goddamn funny the first time I saw it. Just once I'd like to see dad crap his pants when a kid says there's a vampire in his closet. Oh shit, everyone in the minivan. Be fucking dad of the year right there.
Okay, stop. What do I do?
What do you have, a hammer? Man, so lame. Okay, whatever. You should look into weaponizing your Silodex. My bro's always getting on my case about it. But man, it's not as easy as it sounds. But if you're fighting monsters left and right, you don't have much choice.
Okay, I guess I can read up on data structures some more. How's it going there?
I'm out in the living room. He's usually here, but I don't see him. He might be playing his mind games. He's always pulling this ninja shit. All I see is little cow over there, so I guess he can't be that far.
Ha ha ha, oh god, same.
What?
See, I just don't know why you think it's cool. His ventriloquist rapping thing.
Oh, Lil Cal? No, man. Lil Cal's the shit.
That's fine. You're entitled to your opinion. I'm just saying that being a white guy who's a rapper with a ventriloquist doll is not cool by any stretch of the imagination or by any definition of the word cool, ironic or otherwise. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, bullshit. Cal is dope, puppets are awesome, John Egbert blows, the end.
Yeah, more like the opposite of all those things is the thing that is true. I'm going to read Good Luck with Your Bro.
Read your book, stay wary of these foes. Monsters. Only babies who poop in their diapers believe in that stuff. Alright, shall we aggress? Empty. Oh, okay. Cool. Ironic indulgence. A beautiful pony. Ironic negligence. Cool.
It looks like Mom has satisfied her strife quota for the day. She simply returns to her housework. No point in going out of the door anymore. Might as well head out the back like you originally planned.
She got her a pony, baby.
Yeah, that's cool.
First, be the pony. Second, trample mom. You can't be this stupid pony, and frankly, you can't imagine why anyone would want to, but you give the pony a begrudging pet on the snout anyway. Her name is Maplehoof. John, turn around! God damn it, why do I even bother? The good news is, finally your revolting incompetence can be put to use. Instead of accidentally firing a Silodex full of steak knives into a priceless oil painting or your beloved great aunt, you can turn that fumbling fury toward one of your foes, such as the ability to grasp painfully simple concepts. The bad news, I'm tired of explaining myself hoarse to you gibbering fuckwads. In this chapter, I'll be phoning it in with liberal use of diagrams and shitty clip art. What are you going to do about it? You're going to wriggle in your own viscous secretions like the worms you are? That's what. Here, learn something for a change. Purse your lips together to form a stiff pucker. Apply them to my firmly to my rear end. I now pronounce you man and wife. Now get in the kitchen and make my ass some dinner, bitch. There you go. Cool.
You're trying to read, okay? This book is already unpleasant enough as it is without weird voices in your head nagging you to do things. Besides, I thought we already agreed there's no such thing as monsters.
Fine, you'll turn around, you interrupt your reading and turn around, but you don't see what could possibly be. Oh my god, it's a monster. Don't move or the bunny gets it. Not the bunny! Aggrieve. Put the bunny back in the box. It's like they do.
You leave through the back door. Nearby is the transformer which distributes electricity from the underground generator powered by the river flowing beneath your house. The transformer was struck by lightning, though, and no longer works. You wonder if your mother has any plans to have it fixed. You guess she'd rather play her mind games in a dark house like a weirdo. You can see the mausoleum and the portable generator across your backyard. You're almost there.
Let's use the umbrella. Oh shit, everything fell out. You regather your items and begin the Soggy Trek Mausoleum Ward. Get up, John, this is no time for slumber. Oh, I have to do this. He gets back up. Strife. Oh, we're still doing this? Bam. Oh yeah, you're supposed to hit it back, yeah. Forget the W. Make haste to the mausoleum.
Retrieving the W never even crossed your mind. It's just a stupid magnet.
Exactly. John, fight! Salvage your weapon and fight on! Oh no, you can do it.
Cool.
So loud.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. Holy shit. Okay, you said... Oh wait, you do this.
Put the bunny back in the box. Now why couldn't he put the bunny back in the box?
Now exult, victory! Spoils are yours! Ooh, he leveled up. The amazing victory allows you to scale the first 2 achievement rungs on your Esh ladder. You are now a plucky tot with a new feather in your cap to show for it. The Esh ladder rewards your bold ascent with 125 boon dollars. You waste little time in storing them in your ceramic portcollar. Additionally, climbing the rungs has boosted your gel viscosity and cash limit. Cool.
By expanding your cash limit, you've made room for all that nice grist you've just collected. You now have 32 fragments of build grist and 10 fragments of shale.
What about that card? It seems the shale imp had allocated the bunny to its strife specialist. Sort of a stupid thing to use for a weapon, but you might as well grab it and stick the bunny in your strife deck while you're at it. It will be at the very least safer there. There you go.
You group the 2 specify in your strife portfolio. No self-respecting strifer would be caught dead without one.
Gather the scattered bits of your large hammer. Oddly enough, it seems breaking the sledgehammer altered the abstratus from hammer kind to handle kind. You go even going as far as expelling the head of your smaller hammer from your deck to force compliance. You didn't even notice in the heat of the battle. You grab the sledgehammer handle, expelling the useless Harlequin figurine. Now repair the hammer! There you go.
You merge the sledgehammer head with its handle and return it to your strife deck, repairing the hammer kind abstratus in the process. The smaller hammer handle is ejected from the deck, since of course handles of any sort no longer belong in there, obviously.
Fine, now what? Dave is pestering you, but you don't have the time to deal with this nonsense right now. Something is amiss in your room, and you can't quite put your finger on it. Rose, hurry and activate the generator. There you go.
Fire up the generator and drag a cord into the mausoleum. It of course would be foolish to run the generator inside a confined space. Generator safety is everyone's business.
Defile the tomb. Sorry, Jaspers, have to make space for the laptop. Besides, your final resting place is already a mockery. You should have decomposed years ago under a bed of petunias like a normal cat. Oh boy. Oh, wait 1 second. Saudi Plays, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you. Welcome in. Hi, everybody. Hi, Kuranos. Hi, Jedi King. Hi, Nveni. Hi, Hyper Whale. Welcome. Let me give you a follow. Thank you so much. Should we switch to doing something else instead of reading Homestuck now? Or should we keep going? Wow, thank you so much. How are you today? Welcome, everyone. Oh yeah, I should introduce myself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, cool. Hi, everyone. I'm Hanato Faye. I'm a villainous VTuber. I like to play a little Farm Sims and Final Fantasy and other stuff.
I'm dying.
And Rune Factory. And I read Homestuck when I want to torture people, I guess. This is the first stream I'm doing that. Thank you so much for the follow, Jedi King and Nevnivnivnini. I'm sorry I can't pronounce your name right.
I'm dying.
Thank you so much for the follow, both of you. Welcome to our community.
Envy.
Envy. That makes a lot more sense. Thank you.
Yeah.
This is Mike For Real. Mike For Real is a really cool and amazing streamer as well. And also, I love him, and he's great.
I am assisting with her reading of this webcomic.
Never seen someone pronounce it better. Let's go! But yeah, I'm glad you like my title. Kiranos recommended the raid. Wow, thank you, Kiranos. Thank you so much. And thank you, Saudi Plays. Thank you. Excellent. Alrighty. Well, okay. We're gonna keep reading it. Just keep in mind that it is very weird and random, and it's kind of torturous and long and stupid, and the person who wrote it is a kind of a douche, but yeah.
I'm dying. Thank you, whoever.
Thank you so much for the follow, Sapphire. Thank you. But yeah, okay, let's keep going. Alrighty. Did we finish reading this one?
No, you're on like the second line. The petunias part.
Oh, the petunias, not given to a taxidermist and fitted with a tiny custom tailored suit and stuffed in a coffin built for infants. I read Homestuck when it was being released. Same! I did too! I was, yeah. Yeah, pronounce it like me. 2014. Yeah, I started reading it in 2012. It was a time. I cosplayed and everything. I roleplayed, I cosplayed, I think roleplay and I used to, whenever an update would come out, I would like scramble to it even if I was in the middle of class. Like, I remember I moved house and we didn't have internet at the house for the first like 2 days, and when it updated I went to the public library down the road just so I could use the internet there and read it. Like the Mario Underground levels. Yeah. Exactly. Carcat is my spirit animal. I love Carcat. Dave and Carcat are my favorites. Absolutely, 100%. Let's plug in her laptop. Alright, you read this one.
You plug in your laptop and connect to the internet signal. Again, everything predictably falls out of your Celodex, but you're not about to get bent out of shape about it. You have bigger fish to fry. Looks like Dave noticed you're back online. He pesters you like clockwork. And there's John. What on earth is he up to now?
Exactly. Am I the only one who hasn't read Homestuck? You are amongst a lucky and majority of people who probably haven't read it. Which is good, because it's I think it's a product of its time, is probably the best way to put it, as far as I'm reading. But yeah, I need to raid and run as I have to go out shopping. I hope you have an awesome stream. Thank you so much for the raid, and that is totally fine. You go and do whatever you need to do. Also, this is Mike's first time reading it as well, so he has no idea what the fuck's going on. Yeah, thank you so much. Homestuck and Tumblr. Yeah, oh man, those were the days. Those were the days. But yeah, it's pretty weird. Thanks, Mike. You're right, it is pretty weird. You're right. Didn't Rose yank the door off its hinges and prop it on your bed? Someone or something has put it back and left it slightly ajar. Incredibly alarming. Investigate! You can read this.
Ho 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 ho.
No,
Hoo
it's
hoo
hoo hoo
hoo. I
hoo
don't
hoo
know.
hoo.
Hoo hoo hoo.
There's extra that R adds an extra ooh to the sound. Whoo. Good morning, Atlantis. How are you going? Welcome, welcome. It's horrific.
Oh, I'm a guy. Thank you, Hoeba.
Yakshoni, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome to our community. Anyway, that's horrible. Clown music always scares me. Wah, wah. I think it's one of those ones where it's hard to understand what's going on if you just walked in. But you'll get there in no time, don't worry. Anyway, off you go.
Oh, there you are. John said your house was burning down. Are you on fire yet or what?
No, for now I've retired to the safety of a smaller building which is much closer to the forest fire threatening my residence.
Oh, well, that's a relief. John told me to get the game to help get you out of there, so I'm working on that now.
Working on it?
Yeah, my bro's copy. Long story. Hey, don't tell John this, but I think he might have been right about the puppets. They're sort of starting to freak me out a little.
You're referring to your brother's collection?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think it's cool and all. The semi-ironic puppet thing or whatever, or semi-ironic. Man, I don't even know. I'm just starting to think some of this shit is going a little far and it's kind of effed up.
Woke up 3 minutes ago. Thank you so much for coming here as soon as you woke up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm
Even
doing
faster
pretty
than
well.
yesterday.
I know. How about you? How are you, Mike?
I'm excellent.
We're excellent. See? We're excellent. I've seen his websites. I like them. Haha, yeah, well, you would.
Haha, yeah, well, you would. Oh man, I wish little Cal wouldn't look at me like that with those dead eyes. Jesus. Sometimes I dream that he's real and he's talking to me, and I wake up in a cold sweat and basically flip the F out.
Interesting.
Oh god, why did I just tell you my dream? You're going to have a field day with that.
I'm currently scrolling notes furiously into one of the many psychoanalysis journals I maintain for you, published papers forthcoming, because it's not like either of us have anything better to do at the moment than to evaluate each other's radically debilitating pathologies.
Yeah, I'm gonna get moving. Oh, have you heard from John? He's not answering me.
He won't answer me either, but I am watching him. I suspect he's preoccupied with the fact that he just had a bucket of water dumped on his head by the ghost of his dead grandmother, who also happens to be dressed like a clown.
Haha, alright, I'm out. Later.
Interrogate this mad woman. You're John.
Nana?
Yes, dear?
Wow, you scared the living daylights out of me.
Hoo hoo hoo.
Well, I guess it was really a great prank. Good one, Nana. Anyway, are you really my dead Nana?
Of course, John, I've come back to help you on your journey through the medium and beyond. I am delighted to see what a fine young man you've turned out to be, just like your father.
Okay, I guess I will take your word for it. I don't remember you at all. My dad said I was really young when you died. Hey, speaking of which, do you know where he is? I looked everywhere for him.
Thank you for the head pets. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Your father was kidnapped.
Oh no.
When you crossed over to the medium, he was apprehended by the very forces of darkness which your presence here has awakened.
What? Okay, so what is this medium you're talking about?
It is where we are now, a realm that is a ring of pure void dividing light and darkness. It turns in the thick of the Incipisphere, a place untouched by the flow of time in your universe.
You mean because we're inside a computer or the game software or something?
A computer? Why, what is that, dear? Some newfangled contraption, like the horseless Autobox car?
Well, it's like this machine that,
Hoo hoo hoo. Of course I know what a computer is, John. I was just pulling your leg. Hoo hoo hoo.
Oh, okay.
No, John, you are not inside a computer or software or anything like that. Try not to be so linear, dear. The software that brought you here was merely a mechanism that served as a gateway. Its routines in a way serve to invoke this realm's instance, yet it stands independently of any physical machine, and somewhat paradoxically, always has.
I'm not sure I get it, but alright. So what do I actually need to be doing here?
I think it would be best if we started with the big picture. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Oh, it's a YouTube video. It's magic, but it's not magic. Exactly. Oh, warnings for flashing, just in case. Just in case. Alright, let's keep going. Okay. Above the medium, beyond the seven gates, residing at the core of the Insinesphere, is a place known as Skya. Legend holds that Skya exists as a dormant crucible of unlimited creative potential. What does this mean, you ask? I'm afraid my lips are sealed about that, dear. Hoo-hoo! But needless to say, where a realm of such profound importance is concerned, forces of light will forever be charged with its defense, while forces of darkness will just as persistently covet its destruction. Alright, cool. Cool. It's like a chessboard. And as it so happens, at the center of this realm whose fate is in question, these very forces duel on a stage stuck in eternal stalemate. Yes, they have dueled in this manner forever. That is, until you showed up. Me?
Me?
Yes, you, John. But before your mishap with my ashes, you may recall the sprite's previous incarnation, which resulted from its kernel's hatching. You see, this hatching occurs automatically in response to your arrival. The result is a pair of kernels, one dark and one light, each carrying the information they were prototyped with before the hatch. One goes down to a kingdom entrenched in darkness, the other up to a kingdom basking in light. Each comes to rest in an orb atop a spire, of which there are three others in kind. The four spires are situated above a throne, and those two thrones preside over the two respective sovereign powers. And once the kernels are situated, that is when the game is afoot. The true war begins. Light versus dark, good versus evil. This is a war that the forces of light are always destined to lose, without exception. A quest of futility, then.
Wow, really? Then what's the point?
That remains for you to find out, dear. For you see, the journey you're about to take is the ultimate riddle.
Whoa.
For now, your objective is to proceed towards Skya and pass through the first gate situated directly above your house, not even terribly far. The gates will become progressively more difficult to reach, so you'd better be prepared to sharpen your adventuring skills.
How am I supposed to get up there?
You build!
Okay, I think I get it now. So I guess the battle against good and evil is sort of irrelevant? Well, I don't know, that all sounds kind of weird, but in any case, we build the house to get to these gates, and then I can save my dad.
Yes, John.
And then after that, we solve this ultimate riddle thing and save the Earth from destruction.
Oh no, I'm afraid not. Your planet is done for, dear. There's nothing you can do about that.
Oh.
Your purpose is so much more than saving that silly old planet, though.
And that is...
Hoo, 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 hoo. Yes, I'll have to agree with the float hag about that. John, you are such a good boy. I know you will succeed.
Thanks, Nana.
You are a good boy, and good boys deserve treats.
Hooray!
I'm going to bake you some cookies. Hi, Prod. Welcome, welcome. How you going? Alright, fine, Michael. Stop reading.
We can keep going a little bit.
No, it's fine. You don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, I'm done
It's
for now, I
okay.
think.
It's okay.
It's like 8:12.
Let's go. Faye, it's Sir Doomed. What's Sir Doomed? Your favorite coworker quit? That's so sad. Let's find a target.
Inception.
No, they can't see that.
They can see. Oh, okay.
No, it's on
Cool.
just chatting. See?
Cool.
Everyone went to bed at 2 p.m. at 10 p.m. So I've been alone for like 5 hours. Oh, that's rough. I know who we can raid. Okay, chatters. Okay. First of all, thank you so much for being here today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for torturing yourself with us. I I will probably never do that again because I don't want to make Mike really upset, and he seems to be a little. So yeah, I'm gonna send you all to the lovely Yuzu, okay? And we are going to send Yuzu
I'm
all
not
of
going
our
to
love,
send.
okay? We are going to send her all of our love. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Thank you to all of our lovely new followers as well. Thank you. What I've seen was funny. Excellent. I'm glad it was. I'm glad it was entertaining for you. Mike loved it? He really didn't, but it's okay. That's totally fine. In the meantime, let's go give all our love to Yuzu. Yuzu's playing Sprout Valley, so it's probably going to be super duper duper cute. Mike, do you have anything to say to the people?
Thank you all for being here. Make sure you're following Faye's channel. You will not regret it. To see more amazing streams from her and so you don't miss anything. Yeah, just thank you all for being here.
There's a non-subscribe one that you can use. Absolutely. There you go, Kiranos. Hoo hoo hoo. Alrighty.